It's time to add some spice to your nooner. Nooner Funny. This is the place where big-time guests, bold opinions, and little cute doggies come together. This is Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus, the #1 rated windows and doors in Columbus.
All right, let's do it. Glad you guys are along for the ride. Rothman and Ice, little 3-hour lazy river. We'll take you through it. Anthony Rothman, Matty Ice Hayes to my right. And no rhyme or reason behind that glass. Good to see you, fellas.
Good to see you again, big dog. Hope everybody's having a nice day. We're getting after it, baby. Football season is here, AR. Embrace it. Don't run from it.
I'm going to be there.
Wrap your arms. You're going to be there for the Trey Lance show. Remember, we were talking about that the other day. Like, what were you going to see at quarterback when you go to the Hall of Fame game? And we went through the Chargers depth chart, and obviously Herbert's not playing, but it was, Trey Lance was on that thing, and DJ Uiagalelei was on that thing, and now here you are, AR, strapping up to go see old Trey Lance spin the rock on Thursday night.
Oh, yes. We all can rejoice. Football, preseason football will be starting. I am not running from it. I get it. Chargers-Lions has a little juice to it, but we know it doesn't really matter. It's not going to be the Herbert show. It's not going to be Goff, so the Hall of Fame game has been going on for a long, long time, and it does mark the arrival of preseason football.
Yeah, and it's happening in July.
And this year it's July 31st. It is Thursday. Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium, Canton, Ohio.
Let's go, baby.
And I think it's an 8 o'clocker, and it will be televised.
And I probably won't watch a single snap of it.
You said embrace it, don't run from it.
You have to embrace, because you're going to be in the building,
Be with my.
So it's going to hit a little different. You're going to be with some VIPers, I'm sure.
Oh, a ton of VIPers, absolutely.
They're on the 50-yard line?
Just going to Sugardale that up all the way.
There you go.
No, I will not be flipping the ceremonial coin. I will not be doing that. But I will be somewhat close to the action and paying attention a little bit. Mm-hmm. I think it's supposed to be one of the most glorious temperature late July into August, here and up there.
Okay.
But I'm afraid I'll have to check the forecast. Last year we left before the storm hit. I think the game, I don't think the game finished.
I think you're accurate in saying that.
They actually eventually called it.
I'm pretty sure that happened.
Lightning was coming, big storm. I got back to the hotel and it was just
monsoon.
That's it.
Yeah.
But we made it out probably end of the third quarter, right before it happened. And I feel like the rain is coming again, but we'll see. I love it up there. It's very cool. We'll have a great weekend. I'll text you, call you, send you some pics, all that good stuff.
Hit me up.
Remember I was hanging out with, this isn't really a gong, but I was...
Whenever you say it's not really a gong, it usually ends up being a gong. I'm starting to notice that.
No, I was hanging out with, you and I had a lot of fun with this. It was Leroy Butler.
Oh, so just a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, but he
but
he was a Packer. No, the key to the story was not that. It was that I was wearing my Vikings hat, and he's obviously a legendary Hall of Fame Packer, and so we were having some fun convos. And I do believe that he was the one who invented the Lambeau Leap.
Interesting.
I should remember this from a year ago.
How
he had
high
all
is
those
the
interceptions.
Wall? I've always thought about that.
Ask Schefter. Didn't he try to scale the wall once?
I think he made it.
He didn't get hurt that time.
If he created the Lambeau Leap, that is very much a gong.
Yeah, for you. Hanging out with the Hall of Famer and the guy that created the Lambeau Leap.
Remember, you kept calling him Leroy, and I said Leroy. I said Leroy sounds better.
Can you look up Rhyme Time how tall the wall is for the Lambeau Leap?
Get Whiskey Paul on the horn.
Shout out to Whiskey Paul.
Yes, Leroy Butler, a Packers safety, is credited with inventing the Lambeau Leap.
That's baller.
He first performed the celebration December 26th, 1993, after scoring a touchdown against the LA Raiders.
That's awesome, because it's one of those things that, it's hard to create something, I believe, and have it live on forever and ever. That's one of those things that will never go away.
The Packers have 2 replica walls, one outside of Lambeau Field and another in the Green Bay Packers Hall of Fame, where fans can jump up in and take a picture.
Okay, that's cool. Because, when I think of the Packers, that's what they're known for. The Cheeseheads, the Lambeau Leap, and obviously some of the great players they had. But
Vincent Lombardi.
Yeah. But it's high up there when you think about the history of the Packers and the fact that he cooked that up, and that will go on forever and ever and ever. It's good stuff out of it.
I have that it averages around 6 feet 4 inches.
Oh, that's easy work. You can do that, AR. Your bad knee.
That's my height.
I shouldn't be throwing anybody. Bad knee. I can't trust that Ferris Bueller as far as I can throw him. Well, you shouldn't be throwing anyone with your bad knee.
You could get that done right now.
Occasionally, you see an opposing player do it, and I hate it. It's their thing.
I love it. You just got to be ready for the smoke. You just got to know what comes with it. You might get a Miller Lite in your eye, you know. You may get a bratwurst.
Definitely a Miller Lite. You had the right brand, I think, yeah.
You just got to be prepared for all that.
A Pabst Blue Ribbon, a Schlitz.
Some beer cheese,
old style.
Something like that.
Packers kicker Mason Crosby performed his first career Lambeau leap after kicking a game-winning field goal against Detroit. This was unique as it was Crosby's 13th season with the Packers and came after a field goal, not a touchdown.
a little out of bounds, but
you got to be the first.
You put points up on the board. Guess it's okay.
Chad Ochocinco, former Bengal, September 20th, 2009, announced he would do a Lambeau leap if he scored a touchdown and then followed through by leaping into the arms of prearranged fans wearing Bengal jerseys. All right.
Okay. Not as dangerous.
Brandon Jacobs, New York Giants running back, faked a Lambeau leap after scoring a touchdown, angering many fans in the stands.
And Brandon, he was one of those guys to where if he did do the leap, nobody was going to mess with him because he was built like a Greek god.
Well, but here's the deal, Matty. You said it. You jump in there, you don't know where it's coming from.
But I think there's
kind of like a WNBA game. You don't know where it's coming from. Could be coming from the upper deck.
Yeah.
Could be coming from a front row.
For those that don't know,
items get tossed all the time.
What AR is referencing.
Keep your head on a swivel.
There was a certain toy that made its way down to the WNBA.
WNBA
last night. That was in Atlanta.
I believe.
Last night.
Are they the Valkyries?
No, that's Golden State.
That's who they were playing.
They were playing the Valkyries.
They were playing the Valkyries. This was in the A, though? Okay. That's interesting to say the least. How do you get that in the building, AR? How does that work?
Well, it's not made of metal, I don't believe. So, are you talking about like the location of the smuggler?
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I think we have a little sound, Maddie. Let's play that.
And you can see the object, the block right there, and the object comes, that green thing bounces, and it goes to the sideline. We're not exactly we're not sure where it came from. No room for any of that type of activity. Yeah, and no one's picked the object up yet. You guys, oh my gosh, okay.
You can't touch that thing. You got to get gloves on to touch that thing. Yeah, you got to go MC Hammer with that. You got to have gloves on if you got to. Somebody had to do it, and I hope they picked it up with gloves.
It's got to fit like a glove.
Yeah.
Did you hear the end? Oh my gosh. The second, like,
she really locked in what it is.
No clue what that could be. It's an unidentified flying object. It's green. Could be a Martian. No one's picked it up. And here's the unbelievable thing. It's not on the camera person. The camera person's job is to focus on the action. Apparently, that they stopped the game. You know who, if you want to blame anyone, it's the director. The director is in there. The technical director says, if you've ever been in walk across the hall, you go in, the shot's there, give me a shot on camera 2, give me this on camera 3, need a close-up on this. And then it's like, then the director says, basically punch up camera 2, take camera 2. That person's the one authorizing that.
So you're saying they should have handled it the way that some of these
streakers?
TV, yes, where we don't see them.
That they zoomed in on it and then took it.
I love it.
Is actually the bigger part of the story.
Oh, my gosh, okay.
There you go. Oh, my gosh. That's the second whoever that was.
She realized
got a good look at it. Got a good look at a T-bone. I'll take my butcher's word for it.
No matter what age you are in life,
I'll tell you,
toys can be a good thing.
Back-to-back nights in the WNBA, some craziness.
The league has been crazy.
Did you see the other incident?
Which one?
So one of the players was coming around a screen.
Oh yeah, and her weave came off.
And someone tried to get over either under a screen or over the top and reached out, and
her weave came off.
I guess you'd call it that.
Yeah, it's exactly what it was. And she ran off the court
and then
with
she picked it up and ran out of and they called that some sort of malfunction.
Oh, my goodness.
So we had a green UFO thrown from an upper deck.
No, call it what it was. It was a sex toy.
Yeah. I was going with the broadcast. Absolutely.
That's what it was.
Well, you wouldn't have known that unless the camera zoomed in on it.
In 4K.
They had it only for the people. Well, this is a very exclusive club. Yeah. If you were there, you would have felt in on it. Mm-hmm. But the fact that they zoomed in on it. Now, where did that game air? They said it was a nationally televised game.
Maybe it was on NBA TV, ESPN.
Okay, that makes sense.
I don't know
NBA
exactly
TV makes
where
sense.
It was last night.
Atlanta and Golden State.
Mm-hmm. Valkyries is a strong name, too, by the way.
And as I've always said, the comments are better than the story itself. So go ahead and read some of those, and you'll have a good time.
I got a question for you. Where are you at with this Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson pairing we got going on? You see that?
No.
I think they just stepped out and made it Facebook official. I think they're doing the new Naked Gun movie.
Oh, yeah, okay.
She's in it, right? I'm pretty sure they are Facebook official now as a couple. So now we've got Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson. We've got Cardi B and Stephon Diggs, Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift. Who else did Glorilla and Brandon Ingram.
Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion.
Meg Thee Stallion. Yeah. By the way, I just watched Love Island last night with the Meg Thee Stallion episode. That's entertaining, to say the least. That episode. If you know, you know.
Where was this island? Where is it?
I think they're Fiji. Where are they in this? I think that's where they're at for this season. But yeah, Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson, I'm here for it. A couple OGs linking up.
That is OG right there.
Yeah, I'm down.
And you know, it's interesting if you see her, like, I don't know how old she is now. He's in his 70s.
Yeah.
And she's got to be, well into her 50s? I don't really know.
Is Pamela?
Maybe even older.
Point.
And the fact that
58.
She looks as just, I don't know, how should I put this? She just looks very wholesome now. She's very, they're just a normal couple.
You going to watch this
You
movie?
don't look at them as going, wow, that's some sort of old school, like Hollywood. They just look like two age-appropriate people.
They look happy.
Yeah.
They look happy. You going to watch this new Naked Gun movie, or are you good on it?
No, I'll watch that. I love that entire series. I don't know. I mean, the originals go way, way back. Bodie and I had a conversation this morning about how he chuckled through Happy Gilmore 2, and I was like, wow, his bar was pretty low, I thought.
Shout out to Bodie Wells.
and I understood what he was saying. He's like, listen, I didn't go into it thinking that I was going to compare it against, I said, well, you don't have to compare it against Oscar-winning movies. You're comparing it against other comedies.
Right.
That you got to keep it in its category. And I said to him, it was just too overhyped. It was just, there's no way it could live up to that. And, of course, it didn't for me. Maybe it will for you. We got Adam Schefter, bottom of the hour, 12:30. We've got Bobby Carpenter, 1:30. We've got Ian Hartitz talking fantasy football at 2:30. We're loaded. We've got an NFL holdout that has ended. What does that mean and what happens now? We'll talk about it next. Rothman and Ice in the Fan.
We're the highest rated sports radio station in America. There's no joke there. We just are. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone for Window Nation. Did you know their co-founders are Ohio natives? Yeah. Window Nation has been replacing windows in the Columbus region for over 15 years. Not only does Window Nation know what windows work best for Ohio homeowners like you, they're also local to the area. And right now, you can take advantage of Window Nation's biggest sale of the year. Get 50% off all window styles, plus 0 interest for 5 whole years. You heard that right. With Window Nation, you won't pay any interest until 2030. Plus, they'll install your new windows in 1 day or less, so you can get back to your daily routine right away. Personally, I wouldn't procrastinate. You don't want to wait on this deal. It's a trustworthy company like Window Nation, getting your windows in 1 day or less. 50% off all window styles now, plus 0 interest until 2030 with Window Nation. Call them up, 866-90NATION, or visit windownation.com to get your free quote on replacement windows. 866-90NATION or windownation.com. And tell them T-Bone sent you.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and dropping just 25 pounds with Awaken 180 can actually give you 10 extra degrees of golf swing rotation. That's about a half a club longer, 6 to 10 extra yards on every swing. But from experience, lose 75 pounds like I did, and now we're talking next level distance, consistency, and even mood, especially on the back nine. And actually, every pound you drop takes 4 pounds of pressure off your knees. So I lost 300 pounds of pressure off of mine. Take strokes off your game by taking pounds off your frame. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
My name is Andre Roberts, and I'm a defender for the Ohio State men's soccer team. When I was in 7th grade, I fractured my kneecap. That was my first experience with Orthopedic One. My physician came in the room and delivered the diagnosis, and with the confidence that he had, it reassured me that I would be okay. And they definitely did a good job of knowing as a soccer player when I needed confidence, when I needed to be pushed, and they got me right back to where I was before my injury. Orthopedic One understood what it means to be a soccer player.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation. Sleep better, live better, you've earned it.
Another Buckeye fall camp. It's full of anticipation, preparation, and a bunch of our dummies yakking about it. Morning Juice, T-Bone and Tybus, and Bishop and friends will be in attendance. The fun starts Thursday morning at 6 on The Fan.
Hey, Ohio, don't wait. The Ohio State Fair is here now through Sunday, August 3rd. Experience fair favorites like the butter cow, livestock animals, shopping, delicious food, exciting entertainment, thrilling rides, competitions, and so much more. Make memories that will last a lifetime at the Ohio State Fair through August 3rd. Get your tickets at ohiostatefair.com.
I love my public school. My teachers are awesome. And everyone who works here makes sure I have what I need to learn and be my best. My classmates and I need your support too. Please stand with the Ohio Education Association to ask for the fully funded public schools every kid deserves.
Ohio's public schools are the heart of our communities. They're safe, welcoming learning environments where everyone can thrive.
Because in Ohio, public education matters.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Another hot and muggy day ahead. Afternoon highs will be in the low 90s with plenty of sunshine. And then for tonight, mostly clear skies overnight with lows down into the 70s. Lots of relief on Thursday as we do see chances of showers and thunderstorms the first half of the day, clearing up by later in the afternoon. Much more comfortable in the low 80s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman and Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Their live golf team name is Ice Dogs. You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
All right, Ice. Let's bribe them.
We have for you, ladies and gentlemen, today a $50 gift card to Skyline Chili. Skyline is introducing new chicken chili to their menu. The same legendary Skyline taste, now with a new protein option available at Columbus area Skyline locations only while supplies last. And while I'm here, let me hit you with this reminder as well, because this Thursday through Saturday, the Fan is live from Buckeye Fall Camp. We're hitting the practice fields for exclusive wall-to-wall coverage as the Buckeyes kick off the season. You can catch Morning Juice, T-Bone and Tyvis, and Bishop and Friends all live from 6 a.m. to noon on Thursday and Friday. Listen to The Fan and watch the show streaming on the Fan's YouTube and 10 TV Plus.
And then you and I will be there with nothing going on. We'll do the post.
Just the sprinklers going,
exactly.
Taking care of the field. That's what we get.
No, that will be fun to listen to and watch. Trey Hendrickson. His holdout is over.
What's he doing now, though?
But is it really?
Oh, this is the, I think this is the hold in, right? Right?
He's not doing anything.
It's the hold in, yeah.
We don't get to do that. You don't get to show up today and not host.
I'll be on the air. Like if I was just looking at you through the glass, not doing anything.
You're here. I guess if you were in a contract dispute and there was a stipulation that, well, I don't even know what, there wouldn't be an equal. There wouldn't be an analogy. He's there. He showed up.
Yeah.
But he's not doing what he's paid to do.
Right, which is be out there on the field and be in the film room and all that.
He is under contract.
No doubt, right?
So showing up doesn't get you fined.
No, because you're there. You're in the building.
But even Terry McLaurin kind of said, oh, the ankle's not so good.
Right. You got to throw that out.
I don't know what Trey has said.
I don't know if he spoke to the media this morning. Like you said, we've seen him out there. He was, dapping up fans and waving to fans and all that stuff. But clearly he's not happy with where the contract sits, and he wasn't happy sitting at home either down in Florida racking up 50, K fines a day. And so this is a classic move that we see around the NFL and we've seen for years. And I think it's smart for players to do that, take care of your money. And also you can be around the team and help out some of the young guys. And so this is just a stalemate at this point. At the end of the day, I think the Bengals have to get comfortable with going beyond that 1 year of guaranteed money. Will they do that? That's the waiting game. And I think that's kind of the frustrating part for Bengal fans, is to have this situation just hovering over your head, because you clear this up, then it's just all about football. And we're just having conversations about where this team can go and just the new look pieces that they have on defense with the defensive coordinator. But if and when they get this deal done, because I think now that he's there, that will progress things and move things, I think, at a more of a quicker pace. We shall see. This is a guy now that I think is going to have a bunch of pressure on him to not only do what he did last year, but also get other guys in that defensive line room to play at a pretty high level, because that's what they're going to need.
This is not – what's weird about it, if you're a fan, is that if you know it's going to get done, and I guess we don't, and that may be the point. Like, I feel like I know that Micah Parsons is going to get done. I don't know, because I think that's just Jerry's way of doing it. He likes to string it along. He likes the spotlight. He likes to swoop in at the last minute and make his guy the highest paid. And I've got the biggest checkbook, and here we go. Like, I feel like, but with the Bengals, I really don't know. And so I really don't know how this affects, like, let's say Trey gets it done eventually. Like, how much did this set him back by not being involved in what's going on right now?
I think him specifically, he's a vet at this point. He knows what it takes. Now, I mean, he is going to have to learn a little bit of a new defense without Golden in there, but I think his job, snap in and snap out, is to do the things that he's always done to be successful. On the other side of that is Al Golden knows that as well, right? Studying Trey Hendrickson and studying the guys that he has, he's not going to put him in positions, that being Trey, to do things often where he's uncomfortable.
I'm with you from yesterday somewhat. You and I played. Well, you played his agent. I played the GM of the team.
Yeah. Duke Tobin. You were Duke Tobin yesterday.
And so we met, and we left the room with no deal.
Deal or no deal?
You and I left it with no deal, because you were kind of moving the goalposts on the guarantee, and I was probably low to begin with.
Yeah.
And then I came up, and you did not.
Well, when we looked at
you didn't come back down.
When we looked at the TJ Watt deal and what he got in $100 million in guarantees with where he was at, I was starting off with you like, okay, let's do what, about 70 million guaranteed?
Well, no, I think you said 75, and then went to 80.
And then I saw TJ's deal, and I'm like, we got to get a little bit higher than that. And TJ Watt and Trey Hendrickson aren't far off in age. And so that's why I think he's really going to dig in now, because it's not only TJ Watt, it's the other deals that have happened around the pass rusher market this offseason, where guys are similar in age to him, and he's looking at the guarantees that they got beyond year one and saying, well, why can't I get that? Michael Parsons is going to be his own beast because of where he is in age. Like, you can guarantee a whole bunch of years of Michael Parsons because you can forecast out for the next 3-4 years to where he's going to be 25, 26, 27 and say, all right, we feel comfortable with that deal. I'm not pushing back too much on what the Bengals are doing here, just because I understand when you look at the history of that position, guys past 30, 31, their production can slip. But that doesn't mean that he's going to turn into just a bad player and fall on his face. So that's why I think they can be comfortable or should be comfortable with guaranteeing at least 2 of the years.
He's not getting a 4-year extension, not at 31. I
wouldn't think.
Yeah, so no, I think we can take that off the table. I think if the Bengals really wanted to do what they wanted to do, my guess is they'd sign him to a 2-year deal. It's my guess.
Guarantee all of it?
No. But I'd pay him more money.
You pay him more money?
I'd pay him more money in salary. I just wouldn't guarantee.
So you do like 2 for...
I do 2 for...
80?
No. 2 for 70. Let's try this. 2 for 72 is $36 million a year. And I'd guarantee 50 of it. Now I know that I'm getting a guy with a tremendous motor, great pressure rate, and I'm getting him for the next 2 years, the best last 2 years, I think, of his career, and I'd guarantee $50 million of it, and I'd pay him $72 million. That means I'm basically guaranteed a year, like I'm paying him $36 million a year.
I'm not mad at that. I'm really not. The other thing, too,
but I think he's going to want more.
I agree.
And that's probably why this is. And he wants more because a lot of people think he deserves more. And I'm not telling you he doesn't deserve it. I'm just saying his age is working against him.
And he also knows that this is probably his last crack at getting a significant deal in the NFL. So you really have to dig in. The problem that could happen here is if this does spill over into the regular season, which I don't think it will. But you don't want Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins looking around and saying, what are we doing? Like, get it done. You don't want those guys to say, well, you're hurting the team by not getting the deal done with him. Because then you got to answer to the other stars of the team, and then you may have an issue with those guys. And so if you're Duke Tobin, Mike Brown, you don't want to create that problem either within your own franchise when these guys could be looking around and saying, well, if we don't have him, we're going to hurt where we could be as a squad.
We will get the latest with Schefter coming up very shortly. Want to take a minute to tell my guys out there to get to Low T Center and do it now. Do it while you're not feeling that well and you want to get answers. FixMyLowT.com is the place to go book an appointment and get your focus back, your energy back, and start living your best life, all aspects of your life, with testosterone therapy from Low T Center. And the most important part is finding out where you land on the scale. So this is a great time to go find out your T level, visit any Low T Center, take the test, get those fast results back right then and there. You won't leave without knowing. And right now, the test is still free. Time is running out. I want you to get in now before you miss the chance. Most major insurance will be accepted. The treatment costs will be minimal. Low T Center is going to give you the power to take control of your health. Custom dose TRT. You have the freedom to choose between the in-center care or medically monitored treatment with testosterone delivered to your home. You tell your friends to get started on TRT, you'll receive a $250 credit when you and your referral become patients. Book the appointment now. FixMyLowT.com. That's FixMyLowT.com. When we come back, 2 minutes, Adam Schefter, and we'll find out how far apart Trey and the Bengals really are. That's next. Rothman and Ice in the Fan.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Introducing the new Dell AI PC, powered by the Intel Core Ultra processor. It helps do your busy work for you, so you can fast forward through editing images, designing presentations, generating code, debugging code, summarizing meeting notes, finding files, managing your schedule, responding to Jim's long emails, leaving all the time in the world for the things you actually want to do. No offense, Jim. Get a new Dell AI PC starting at $749.99 at Dell.com/AI-PC. How those ahead stay ahead.
1-800-GOT-JUNK does two things differently.
We repurpose a lot of the junk we haul away.
So the donatables get donated to a family that needs them, and the recyclables get recycled.
Your neighbors are happy, and the planet is healthy.
What's number 2?
We have enough trucks that we can come the day you call us.
1-800-GOT-JUNK is the world's largest junk removal service.
And that's good for your neighbors and for the planet.
And for you, because we can come the day you call us.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain, and at Toyota West, we're having our biggest pre-owned sales event of the year. With over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're searching for. And during our Go Forth sales event, every pre-owned vehicle is discounted and comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty. At Toyota West, you don't have to choose between a great experience and a great price. We deliver both. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
NFL Playbook with ESPN's Adam Schefter.
Sponsored by Bet365. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
All right, he's the man. He's the senior NFL insider for ESPN. He's the one and only Adam Schefter. Good to have you, my man. How's your day going?
Anthony Matty Ice, nice to be with you.
Thanks, bud. Trey is back, but just as a warm body right now. So at this stage, Matty and I were kind of cooking up his contract and doing all sorts of fantasy GM in here. But you tell us, it seems like it's guaranteed, but I'm just curious from your standpoint. The guarantees are what's holding it up, but is it a 2-year, 3-year? What do you think they're working on? What platform here?
Well, again, I think in the end, it'll probably be a 3-year deal. But the question is, where is the guaranteed money coming in? And they've been apart on that, ways apart on that. And so they're trying to bridge the differences, seeing if they can figure out a structure and a way to get that done, move around some money, get it done. Cincinnati guaranteed the contracts of Joe Burrow as it should, Jamar Chase as it should. And you could argue about whether Trey Hendrickson belongs in that category, but he led the NFL in sacks last season. He's been a tremendous player, an asset in the locker room, and they're not guaranteeing enough right now to get the deal done.
Let's stay in the AFC North and go over to Baltimore. They are dealing with a bit of an injury scare right now when it comes to one of their tight ends in Isaiah Likely. Yeah. What's going on with him, Schefty?
Well, he's got a little bone fracture in his foot right now. He's going to have surgery, and it's supposed to be like roughly a 6-week injury, which puts him on track to be close to being ready for the opener. If he's moving along well, then great, he can do it. If not, then he can't. So, we'll see how it works out. But right now, it's a case where he's going to be sidelined. He won't play again for the rest of the preseason, and we'll see whether or not he can be ready for the opener.
Some stuff going on in Cleveland, trying to maybe replace Emerson with the Achilles. Mm-hmm. Give me any thoughts on what they might be thinking now.
Well, it's early in camp, and you hope that some young guys can step up. Obviously, you monitor what other teams are doing at this point in time. They still have some depth there. I don't know if there's any team that has enough help at the cornerback position, right? So they got, Greg Newsome is a nickelback, Denzel Ward as a cornerback right now, Cameron Mitchell, Tony Brown, they got back there, Anthony Kendall. They got a bunch of guys back there. But they're going to need some guys to step forward here and establish themselves. Not a great loss. You never want to see that happen.
Is there any update right now, Schefty, on Kenny Pickett?
It's hamstring. When we reported it on Sunday, I believe, I was told it was, quote-unquote, not a run-of-the-mill, end quote, hamstring injury, which tells me that it was not a basic one. Now, obviously, he knows how important it is to be out there, and my understanding then was he was going to test it on Friday for the first time. Now, I don't know whether he decided to push it and test it this week earlier, but the way I understood it on Sunday was he would first try to test it on Friday, give it a little bit of time, go out there, test it, see how it responds, and then see how much time he could or would miss.
We're obviously, early on in the process here, but Schefty, for the people that you talk to, and, is there a feel out there where this quarterback room could be headed and, maybe the guys that they're going to keep between Pickett and Flacco? Like, what do you have on Kevin Stefanski, the quarterback room, and how many guys you think they'll end up keeping?
Well, I don't think they know right now. The way it was explained to me was that they're likely to keep 3. 4 is not out of the question. But you sit down and you make these decisions after preseason. Like, again, I think that's the best we could do right now on Wednesday, July 30th. The likely plan would be 3. 4 is not out of the question. But that, if you're going 4 quarterbacks, which most teams don't do, I don't think anybody really does. If you go 4 quarterbacks, that means it's 1 less wide receiver or 1 less cornerback or 1 less whatever it is, defensive lineman. Like, you got to go short somewhere else. And now you're also short in the special teams because that 4 quarterback isn't going to be playing special teams. So it creates roster complications. But if there is enough value in carrying the 4 quarterbacks, then that's what they'll do.
It's got to be a priority, though. I mean, the quarterback, who knows where they're going this year. And I know that Flacco gives Stefanski at least some peace of mind knowing what he's got in a veteran. But the idea to come out of this year is to know whether you feel like there's a future for a couple of these guys you drafted. And I'm with you. I think it's one of those things where if they had to sacrifice another position to carry another quarterback, then I think it's probably smart to do it. They're going to find out pretty soon. I mean, I don't know if they'll carry all 4 of them in, but I can remind you what the start of their schedule is. And it's brutal. And I think that they're going to Cincinnati, at Baltimore, Green Bay, at the Lions, the Vikes overseas, at Pittsburgh. Those are the first 6 weeks, including an overseas trip. And I think their bye week's 9. But give me your sense on, so the Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders, I can't imagine that they don't both make the roster. They drafted them, although one was very late. And it would be, honestly, it'd be weird if you drafted both of them and you cut one of them before. So I almost think we could guarantee both of them are going to make it to the roster. And then I guess where we're going with this is the Pickett injury, and you wouldn't know this because you're not examining him. How much is this going to set him back? And he might be the odd man out.
I think we could talk about it in a general sense, right? It's not ideal. And my understanding was he had looked pretty good a couple of days before he suffered the hamstring injury. So when you're new to an organization, you're trying to win a starting job in a roster spot. You need to be out there. Like, the old expression, you can't make the club in the tub. So it's just the way it is, and it's unfortunate for him. We'll see if the hamstring injury heals quickly or whether it lingers, and obviously that will have an impact on whether they're carrying 3 or 4 and whether or not he can make the roster.
It's been an interesting few days down there in Dallas, just with some comments from Jerry Jones about the Micah Parsons situation. And so what's the update there between those two parties and how aligned they are with getting a new deal done for their elite pass rusher?
I don't think they're very close at all right now. My belief is that they're further away today than they were essentially late in March, early April. Like, at that point in time, Jerry and Micah were having discussions, and I think the Cowboys felt like they were progressing and moving towards a deal, and then Micah Parsons was like, we're not doing a deal without my agent, David Mulgeta, and David Mulgeta reached out to the Cowboys and didn't hear back, and that's kind of where we're at, where it's kind of gone cold there. And so now I think both sides are reevaluating everything, and I don't think anybody's particularly pleased with where it was, where it's gone, and where it might be going.
It's weird, and I feel like that's certainly accurate what you said, but this also has the hint of Jerry playing this all the way out and then swooping in at the end and making him the highest paid non-quarterback. But are your senses that that may not be what happens here?
I think all options are on the table. I don't think it's an automatic thing. I think everybody, including myself, thought at one point in time this deal is absolutely on the way to get done, and we expected it would get done. And, I just think it's I think that's really questionable right now.
What'd you make of that comment from Stephen Jones on, if he wants to get paid, we'll pay him? Like, is that just semantics on him asking for way too much, or what was your read on that?
My read on that is, again, I think I think that they were down the line at one point, and I think the Cowboys felt like a deal was on the way to happening, and then I feel like they did it without the agent, and I don't know how they felt about it with the agent, right? And so,
that maybe he changed the approach or whatever to them. Like they felt they were negotiating in good faith, and then it may have changed on them.
Here's what I would say. Here's what I would say, and I feel very comfortable in saying this. If you have an agent to represent you and to negotiate a contract, and there's a reason you have an agent. And if you have an agent, you should be aligned at all times with that agent, and the agent should know what you're doing and should sign off on everything. If you have an agent, you should not be engaging in negotiations and business discussions unless your agent is fully aware, on board, and signed off on it. And I don't know this, but I have a feeling that Micah kind of was handling some things on his own. It got down the road, and all of a sudden, when he went to hand it off to his agent, that's not exactly what the Dallas Cowboys wanted.
What the heck happened with Christian Wilkins and the Raiders, Shefty? That story was surprising, right? With the amount of money that he was due, and now he's no longer a part of the roster. Like, what happened there?
Well, I think there are two separate issues here. There's the foot issue, which I believe is the significant major component of why he was released last week and why his guaranteed money was voided. But then there's obviously another issue that relates to his behavior and conduct that was turned into Raiders HR. Raiders HR is investigating it, and that incident is him going into a meeting room and kissing another player on the head. Christian Wilkins, when you speak to people, they say he was joking around. The player did not feel that way and felt offended by it. And we'll see where it goes from there. But you have an issue where on his foot, he didn't get surgery. There have been a couple of surgeries scheduled that he didn't show up for. And, we'll see how that goes.
All right, good stuff, man. That was some good rapid fire here. Hall of Fame week coming up. Preseason starts Thursday, my man. So we'll be talking soon. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Have a great week.
You too. Adam Schefter, senior NFL insider on ESPN on the Bryant Heating Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. All right, we come back. And Aaron Rodgers with the old bark back. We'll tell you what that means next. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Big voice guy here to remind you that you're listening to The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Okay, thanks. I have 3 more seconds. Bye-bye.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself or worse, others.
I'm at the scene of the collision.
And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See, we didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
It's the summer event at Germain Honda of Dublin, and Rich has deals that are red hot. Lease the rugged 25 Honda Ridgeline Sport for only $339 a month, or finance with an unbeatable 0.99% APR. Or you can take on any road in the all-new 25 Honda Passport RTL. Lease it now for $449 a month or 3.99% APR. Summer's here. Dive into the savings at Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road, just south of 270. See dealer for details.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners, with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
I have a buddy who's going to be popping the question soon. He's planning everything out. He asked me, can you help me out with the ring? I said, of course I can. I've got a guy, Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Now you talk, Bob.
Hi, I'm Bob Capace. I'm your guy.
Go in, see my friends at Worthington Jewelers. Tell them I sent you, and you'll get the true VIP experience.
I'll treat them better than I treat you.
That's not hard. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington. WorthingtonJewelers.com, where Columbus gets engaged. And tell them Common Man sent you.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Hey, Ohio, Prime Sports has arrived. The only book where you can lay 108 instead of 110 on all your favorite teams. Football, baseball, basketball, and hockey. Why would you risk more to win the same amount at another sports book? Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Get a welcome bonus to match your initial deposit up to $400 in bonus bets. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 and present in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now open. Zumbizi Bay's brand new conservation tower. 3 slides, 1 tower, and endless thrills. Only at
Zumbizi Bay.
Plan your visit at zumbizibay.com.
Hello, big voice guy here. I've been hired to tell you all about the Fans YouTube channel. Did you know you can immerse yourself in Buckeye goodness like Austin and Berm's daily podcast, The Beat? Yes, sirree, Bob. Subscribe today.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
Want to know anything about the Fans contests, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
The best bet on the radio. This is Rothman and Ice.
Maddie's fantasy quarterback, his wait for fantasy quarterback, is going to be wearing the black and gold.
Oh, man. I don't know about
You're
that
ready for Rodgers and about 4K passing yards and just dancing all over the place.
If they had George Pickens, then you may be on to something. But right now, I don't think I'm rolling with old A.A. Ron in fantasy. I don't even know if he gets drafted.
I was going to say
this year.
Probably doesn't get drafted unless it's maybe somebody who loves the Steelers. He doesn't have. It's not that offense necessarily either. Like I don't know. It's just there's probably not enough there. I agree. It's just not enough crazy upside. Maybe a pretty decent floor, but for fantasy, it just doesn't.
Well, and the consistency at this point, right? Like how
health,
right?
All that.
How good can he be week in and week out? Like that's going to be the fun part to see, and whether what we saw in New York the last couple of years was just the injury stuff, and maybe some of the stuff behind the scenes with he and Robert Saleh not seeing eye to eye and that having an impact on the offense, who knows? And so that's why it's just going to be so important as it is for any quarterback, but especially a quarterback at his age, that the Steelers get some good offensive line play, because if you can hold up for him, I mean, the arm talent's still there. You talked to Peyton Manning, right, at the Memorial this year, and he says he still believes in that arm and that the arm is still live to him. And so if Peyton Manning is seeing that, who am I to push back on that? Because he's always been one of the best throwers of the football. Like just watching him spin the rock has always been a good time. But now at this point, he needs to have some strong cast members around him. And you can make a case, I think, for a couple guys over there in Pittsburgh. And DK is going to be a baller for them. And I think they can do some fun things with their tight ends this year, especially when you add Jonnu Smith to the mix. But you're talking about a division that we know has two of the top 3 to 5 quarterbacks in the sport, and then a conference right now that is absolutely loaded. And so I just don't know if we're going to be looking at a bunch of games this year to where we say Aaron Rodgers is the sole reason why they won that game. But, you know, with the defense that they've had over the years and the guys we just mentioned on offense, he may not be asked to do that all the time.
That's right. But there are probably 20 to 25 quarterbacks you would take instead of him in fantasy.
And probably real life football, too. No? Could we not get to
real life football?
20's probably a little rich.
Same.
But fantasy, no doubt I'm with you on that. Because there's no rushing upside.
I might take him in real life football ahead of Sam Darnold in Seattle? I might.
Ooh, that's like an interesting one to bring up. Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to find somebody that's somewhat comparable and that
that's a good
you wouldn't
one,
go
AR.
crazy on. In real football, they're about the same. Sam had a great year last year, and I don't want to take that completely away from him. Who else? Would you take him in real football ahead of Tua?
No. Tua, when he's out there, is a good quarterback to me and offers a little bit more right now than Rodgers does. Especially when you break
many
in
others then.
Waddle and Hill into that, too.
You wouldn't take him ahead of... Well, the Vikes had a chance to take him ahead of J.J. McCarthy.
They did.
But...
You got to see what the kids got. This is the year for J.J. You have to see.
Absolutely.
After you select
but
him
in real
the first
football,
round.
Aaron is probably better than J.J. McCarthy.
I don't know about that.
You need to win one game right now.
Well,
knowing.
That's different, but I think
that's what I'm
for
saying.
A full season, I would probably lean JJ. There's more upside for me right now than Rodgers.
Future, yes.
No, this year. 1 week to this year is two different things. 1 week, I'm with you. I'd roll with Rodgers, but the entire 2025 season, I'm rocking with JJ McCarthy.
JJ would be better at the end of the year than Rodgers.
There's more upside that I believe in there.
Upside, yes. Especially at this point in their careers. But if you had to win a game today, and I gave you the choice of having Aaron Rodgers or J.J. McCarthy.
I'm taking Rodgers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking Rodgers.
That'd actually be the fun conversation. You had to win one game today. You taking him over Sam Darnold?
Are you?
Probably. You taking him over Bryce Young?
Absolutely.
One game.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're down. We're digging now.
It's low.
Yeah,
that's what the bar is low for him.
That's right.
Like the bar is low for him at this point in his career.
You're not taking him over Caleb Williams.
No.
Even with all of Caleb's circus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there aren't too many. I hate to say it, but I mean, I'd be taking Bo Nix today over Aaron Rodgers in one game.
Yeah. Oh, in one game?
One game.
Ooh, see, that's an interesting one. There's something about the crafty vets I can't ignore for 3 hours on a Sunday.
It's a better conversation.
Like 3 hours on a Sunday.
You're taking Aaron Rodgers to win one game right now over Justin Fields. We got to win.
Yeah, I feel comfortable with 12 under center. I do. I would.
Yeah, it's funny that's where my mind goes now.
But it's sad that we're also there.
Of course.
This isn't a guy that we're projecting to have a good body of work for an entire year. And maybe he will surprise us and shut us all up.
Well,
maybe
he didn't quite have the ending that he anticipated with the injury. We never really got to see the Jets season of what it would have been.
He got a lot of what he wanted in year two, right?
Yeah.
And that's another angle of the Steelers season and where this could go is Mike Tomlin and how much power he's going to allow him to have with personnel and stuff like that. Because, the Alan Lazards and the Devontae Adams and the, Nathaniel Hackett's and all those things that Rodgers was doing, I don't think that's going to fly in Pittsburgh. He may not need to do that because he may not look around and feel good about, hey, who the head coach is. Right? I think if you're a quarterback to have a guy in Mike Tomlin who's done it at a high level for years and years and years, that makes you feel good. If you're Aaron Rodgers, you come into work every day and it's Robert Saleh. You're like, okay, does this guy really know what the heck he's doing?
Terry Bradshaw, the legendary Steeler, he's not a very diplomatic guy, but that's okay. He almost was heading down the road with what Cam Hayward did when Cam Hayward said, hey, make a decision. We're not begging you to come play for us. And now that he's with them, certainly Cam has probably turned the other way. But regardless, Aaron was asked about Terry's basically saying, hey, stay in California and chew on bark. I mean, it was very, very personal. And this was Aaron's response to that.
I've known Terry for a long time, being a part of Fox. Terry's a legend. He's an absolute legend. He won 4 Super Bowls. He's had a legendary career in the media. But Terry, like a lot of people, doesn't know me. And so he's got an idea of what he thinks about me based on what I've done, the documentary, what I've said, Darkness Retreat, whatever the hell you want to talk about. I'd love to get to know Terry on a deeper level. And I feel like if he gave me a chance to get to know him, that we'd have a good friendship.
It's really a perfect answer because Terry came off as, a guy that kind of looks petty there and taking maybe some shots that a lot of other people have, but not of his stature. And then Aaron takes the high road and looks better.
That was surprising to me that he did that. He got in his Michelle Obama bag. When they go low, we go high. Like, that's what we just heard from Aaron Rodgers right there. And that's cool to hear, right? There's an olive branch out there if you're Aaron Rodgers to Terry Bradshaw. And I thought this would be more of a back and forth because Rodgers, to me, likes a little bit of that. He likes to be in some of those, those static moments between guys in the media or whatever it may be. I mean, Schefter told us a story where Rodgers texted him and told him to lose my number. So he's got some of that in him.
Oh, no, Aaron's definitely opened himself being a target with everything that he wants to talk about.
Yeah. I also think, too, AR, when you're a member of the Pittsburgh Steelers and you have one of the all-time greats making those comments, maybe you don't want to ruffle the feathers of the fan base. I wonder if he wasn't playing for Pittsburgh, if he takes that same stance.
It's a great point. I know Terry was more about what are we going to do for a year.
Right.
Like, now Terry, who's unfiltered a lot of times, especially at this point in his career, and he always kind of has been, or maybe going for the cheap laugh, then added the chew on bark, whisper to the gods. He added that part. But I think when Terry was going down the road of, what are you going to bring him in for 1 year? Yeah. Like, what's he really? So I thought Terry went down the right road of the football stuff, and then when he went to the personal stuff, but I think it's a great point you just mentioned. If he would have signed with the Vikes and Terry says that, does he have the exact same response? I'd like to get to know him on a different level. Who knows? Sports Center update, top of the hour. We come back second hour, and the fantasy value of a certain running back. Do you know who we're thinking about? Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
T-Bone and Tyvis are everything you want in a delicious breakfast. Lots of empty calories, no nutritional value.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 9.
The Fan.
The Dublin Irish Festival, August 1st through 3rd in Dublin, Ohio. Voted 2025 USA Today Best Cultural Festival in the nation. This year promises 3 incredible days of Irish music, dance, food, and fun. Get your tickets at dublinirishfestival.org.
Your bathroom's got to go, the vanity's decayed, and toilet's really old. The bathtub's giving way. Give Baths R Us a ring. Call morning, noon, or night. You do not have to wait to get your bathroom right.
Call Baths R Us for your free estimate and enter to win our Christmas in July $12,500 bathroom remodel with an additional savings of up to $3,000 plus low to no monthly payments. 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
The sun is out and the savings are on. Now at Coghlan Chevrolet. Lease a new 2025 Chevy Trax for $159 a month. A new 2026 Chevy Equinox, only $259 a month. Or a new 2025 Silverado, lease for $359 a month. See our full inventory at CoglanChevrolet.com. Together, let's drive.
Coghlan has the car for you.
36-month lease with $39.99 due at signing, plus tax, title, and license. 10,000 miles per year, 25 cents per mile over. See dealer for details. Ends 8/4/25.
Skyline is introducing a new chicken chili. Come get that world-famous Skyline flavor you love with a new protein option. Try the new Skyline chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. At Columbus Skyline locations only while supplies last.
You know, it's not the shoes. It's what you can put in them that makes all the difference. Hey, it's Anthony. I've been a customer at the Good Feet store for a while now, and I'm all about my personally fit arch supports. They support my feet better than all the insoles I've jammed into my shoes over the years. And my Good Feet arch supports help me in a ton of ways, from overall support and balance to stabilizing my heels, and the fact they distribute my body weight, especially when I'm golfing. I literally have spring in my step now. Check them out for yourself. The free fitting is designed to help them understand you, your pain, and your discomfort. It's simple. Just stop by the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway or Stringtown Road in Grove City. You don't need an appointment, but you can certainly schedule one very easily online. Get back to living the life you love with the Good Feet store. For more than 30 years, they've taken great pleasure in helping thousands discover the comfort they've been dreaming of, just like me. Get professionally fitted at goodfeet.com.
Paul's new drone startup just lost its most genius computer scientist.
We just lost our best genius to some new genius who's got a genius new idea. I'm going to have to find a new genius, or 2 half geniuses, and fast.
He needs a computer scientist that can keep his startup from falling down.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MVA. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Upgrade your learning experience during Dell Technologies Back to School event with AI PCs like the Dell 14 Plus featuring an Intel Core Ultra processor starting at $749.99. Supercharge your studies with features like real-time notes transcription, AI accelerated hardware to run multiple apps without slowing down, extended battery life, and more. That's the power of new AI PCs with Intel inside. Discover a smarter way to learn at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Ryan Baker. The Cleveland Guardians wrapping up their series with the Colorado Rockies up at Progressive Field tonight at 6:40. Colby Allard gets the start for the Guards. Kyle Freeland for Colorado. The Cincinnati Reds, they're looking to avoid getting swept for the first time this season. They take on the Los Angeles Dodgers at 7:10 tonight. Nick Martinez versus Shohei Ohtani, the pitching matchup. Coverage over on ESPN Columbus gets underway at 6:40. We'll join it in progress at 8 here on The Fan. The Columbus Clippers in Jacksonville continuing their series with the Jumbo Shrimp at 7:05. Good news for the Cincinnati Bengals today. Defensive end Trey Hendrickson ended his holdout. He showed up to camp, although not in uniform. He was wearing street clothes. Former Buckeye Seth McLaughlin was cleared to return to practice for the Bengals as well, and they released running back Zach Moss. Breaking sports news as it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
The perfect ratio of sports talk, dogs, pro wrestling, and gambling advice.
It's science.
You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
All right, back at it, second hour of the program. We've got Bobby Carpenter at 1:30. Ins and outs. Give you a little minute from my friends at Low T Center. That is the place to get your T level tested, get your energy back, find your zest for life, relationships, your job. Maybe the answer you've been looking for. The only way to find out is to get tested, and that's the place. FixMyLowT.com. Go online, FixMyLowT.com, make an appointment, get to a Low T Center, get your results back in 15 minutes. And right now, the test is still free. It's not going to last forever. Get in now before you miss that chance. If you need the help and you start the treatment, most major insurance is accepted. Treatment costs are minimal. It's really the place to go because it's for more than a decade, they've been helping men really figure things out. Tell your friends to get started. There's a referral fee, $250. You and your referral if you become patients. Credit will apply to your account. Book your appointment now. FixMyLowT.com. FixMyLowT.com. And find out perhaps what you've been missing in your life. All right. We have a guide. I don't know if people guessed the guy I was talking about, because I actually threw out a name to you earlier in a break about potential Offensive Rookie of the Year winners, And I think we both really I don't know where you would pick Ashton Genty right now as far as a fantasy option. I mean, it's very difficult sometimes to talk about these things because everybody's board falls differently and everybody's points are different.
And everybody's interests are different, right? Some people just don't care. Some people will take Pat Mahomes in the first round just to take Pat Mahomes and because, you love the Chiefs or whatever it may be. You just want to have fun.
To win, Matty.
Some people don't care, really. Some people are just like, hey, I just want to get my guy and let the chips fall where they may after that. You and I don't view it that way. We like to lock in and deal with the heartbreak later when we think we put together a good roster.
Genty's a top 10 running back in fantasy.
Where they drafted him in real life, that being the Raiders, there's going to be so much opportunity on his plate. I'd be lying if I said I didn't get a little spooked with when they made the addition of Raheem Mostert, just because I really like Raheem Mostert, but he's old at this point. But when you take a guy that high, you have plans right now to put a lot of work in front of him and have him eaten. So for Ashton Genty, I think there's plenty of good stuff ahead in the fantasy world and what he's going to provide.
You got to have guts to do it because I like to play the game. We just played it in the last segment of would you take him over this guy? And I don't
one for you.
Okay, because I don't know if I'd have the guts.
I got one for you.
Can I maybe guess who you're thinking?
My proposal, this guy or that guy?
Rhyme, you think we could guess who he's thinking? Okay, so obviously he's another running back.
This is to go ahead of Genty.
He's basically putting me on the clock. I need a running back. He's going to give me two guys. He's going to give me one other guy with Genty, and would I take him over him? And I'm trying to predict who that other guy. I saw his eyes light up. So give me like a slight hint. Nothing crazy, because I think there's probably a handful of guys you could mention.
Slight hint. Supermodel wife.
CMC?
Yeah. Would you rather have Genty or CMC?
Yeah.
Because I think
our minds are amazing because I started with, I don't know if I'd have the guts. And then you said it, and that's who I was thinking of.
Yeah. 2 years ago in fantasy, this would be a crazy question.
It's not even a question.
Yeah.
CMC was the number one overall. He's won every year.
Absolutely.
Too many pass catches, too many touchdowns. You just couldn't pass him up, especially now in this offense. Like, he's the guy. And I don't even know if he's top 10 anymore. Because the risk is so great. I thought you may have thrown out Derrick Henry. Would I take Genty over Henry?
That's where my mind went to, but Henry,
because he's your guy.
Henry should be a top 3, in my opinion.
In a PPR league?
Yeah.
See, PPR changes for me a little bit rhyme time because he doesn't do a lot of that.
Yeah,
that's
I would
fair.
not. I would take Genty over him in a PPR.
But if they get into the goal line, he's the guy. He's getting every touch, and that's where you're getting most of the points then.
Because that's the sneaky thing about...
And he'll still get you 70 to 80 yards, if not 100.
Lamar doesn't vulture touchdowns in the red zone. That hasn't been his thing. So you're going to get all those at-bats with Derrick Henry. But you didn't answer my question, GM Rothman.
Oh, would I do it?
Genty
or
CMC?
We get through camp. So to your point, Rhymes, one of my tiebreakers is usually, because I can't predict health, I can only go on the past, but is red zone at bats. How many times are the Raiders going to get them? Are they going to be inside the 5 where I feel confident?
That's a very good point.
And yes, between the 20s, he may eat a lot, and that's cool, too.
He may say, I don't need to be in the
touchdowns
red zone.
Win weeks.
I can take it 70 yards to the house, AR.
Well,
I got you.
If you could hit the home run, then that could win a week, too. I don't think I would have the guts to do it.
I do. I'm doing it.
You would take Genty over CMC?
Doing it.
Yeah.
This year I would do it. I mean, the body of work CMC's thrown out there is history tells us he's going to get banged up. I think it was the first year he was in San Francisco. He played, I think, maybe all the games. But other than that, he doesn't do that
Probably
often.
Right.
What you're talking about is kicking to the side, maybe the highest ceiling you could have at running back in fantasy football with everything the dude does. But I'm just going to bet on fresh legs, new situation, drafting the guy high, a bunch of carries coming his way, and home run hitting ability, which Ashton Genty does because of his speed. I'd roll with him. I'd pass on CMC for Genty.
All right, so here's the guy that I really wanted to talk about, and I think he's a top 15 fantasy back, and I don't think people will agree with me, and that's Chase Brown.
I'm rolling with you.
He is top 50.
I'm rolling with you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm rolling with you. Before we go down that road a little bit, AR, let's hear from Zach Taylor on some of the things he's seen from Chase early on in training camp.
I think he's put a lot of time and attention into his pass game value and just being able to be a weapon out there. And so, again, he's always looking to improve as a protector and as a runner. We're still early in camp. I've been pleased from everything I've seen from Chase. But, again, when he can take that next step, which he has over the course of the spring and training camp, to be a real pass game value for us to where you can use him in mismatches. And so that's something he's really worked hard on. You can see that, and we'll try to increase that production.
That right there is why I think he can be valued as a top 15 running back. Because when you hear from the head coach that he's seeing from his running back, that he's put in the work to be a pass catcher, pass blocker on third down, that provides an opportunity for Chase Brown to be on the field a ton. And that, I think, is the opportunities that you're looking for, are those passes, but him getting a ton of at-bats. And you look at the move that they made today, releasing Zach Moss.
Massive.
That's a big deal. They did bring back Samaje Perine, who's been a guy that in his career, Zach Taylor, I think, trusts to be out there on third down, because the last year in Cincy for Perine, he had 51 targets and 4 receiving touchdowns. And so that could eat at some of the work for Brown, but based off the work that he's already put in, and what you just heard from the head coach, sounds like he's going to be available for all 3 downs, which is great to hear.
Couple things to consider in fantasy, and one is the offense you're in, and the other is the competition for touches.
Yep.
And he checks both those boxes massively. I think Chase Brown is going to get 20 touches a week. There might be some weeks better, some weeks a little worse, but he's going to get it.
Right around there, yeah.
And if everything works out and he stays healthy, I don't think I'd have the guts to take him in the first round. He's not my first running back. I would take him on a swing around. If I went, like if I was picking, I'll tell you, if I was picking in the top, let's say I was picking 2, 3, or 4 in our league, and I want to grab Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, potentially, well, Jamar wouldn't be there. But anyway, if I get a big-time receiver, number one, solid number one, I could see myself in swinging back at pick 16 and grabbing Chase Brown.
Yeah, because then you're going down the road of some other guys.
Actually, it would be way later than that if I'm picking that high. But
right, and just comparing him to guys that are in other offenses. The Bengals are going to be, to me, a top 5 to 7-ish offense this year. Maybe they'll be the best in the league, and so they're going to be racking up a bunch of points. And I think he can stumble into some good game scripts as well, with how explosive the Bengals offense can be early on.
They're going to need points. You said it.
And so, like, when you have Chase and Higgins doing their thing in the first and second quarters and early third quarters, Chase Brown could stumble into, a bunch of, quote, garbage time carries to milk the clock, and that's very valuable, too. He's a dude.
I'll go on record here saying I believe by the end of fantasy year, he'll be a top 5 running back.
Ooh. That's spicy rhyme time.
At the end of the fantasy year. So you're telling me you're going to take Bijan off the table. You're taking just Saquon.
The points that he's getting, I think he will finish as a top 5 running back in fantasy because of the offense they're in. The run game is going to be wide open as long as the offensive line is giving him those opportunities. And then,
top 5 fantasy points.
You throw
rich for me.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm there because
you throw a deep ball to Jamar and he catches it and gets downed inside the 5. They're going to run it.
That's real. It's real. A little too spicy for me.
He can catch passes,
but
too.
I like the take. Speaking of the O-line real quick, the former Buckeye Seth McLaughlin passed his physical and he's cleared to practice. So it's good to hear.
Very good.
Good to hear. The Remington Trophy winner down there in the jungle, possibly carving out a role down there in the trenches, and especially the interior of that offensive line, which we know they need some help there.
All right, we're going to come back with ins and outs. Next, Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
All the 10 TV people come over to our side of the building to take a deuce. That should tell you something about how we operate. The Fan.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down.
It's the law.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Hey friends, Beamer here. Dropping just 25 pounds with Awaken 180 can actually give you 10 extra degrees of golf swing rotation. Now, I'm not Bryce and a mad scientist, but that sounds good. It's about a half a club longer, 6 to 10 extra yards every swing. But from personal experience, lose 75 pounds like me, and it's next level distance. Way better consistency, energy, and mood, especially on the back nine. Take strokes off your game by taking pounds off your frame with Awaken 180 degree weight loss. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Get cash for clunkers during the Honda Summer Event at Lindsay Honda.
Listen up, Columbus. Cash for clunkers is big money towards your next ride.
Up to $3,500 minimum for your trade.
Use it for the down payment, negative equity, or keep the cash.
Lease a new 2025 HRV two-wheel drive LX or 2026 Civic four-door LX for just $299 a month. Zero cash down. Just bring us your clunker. Shop Lindsay Honda, the big Honda store now. For details, visit lindsayhonda.com.
He opens his toolbox before he opens his wallet and believes you can fix anything with 20 minutes and some pride. He's Mr. DIY, and when he needs metal, he goes to metal supermarkets. Artists, hobbyists, machine shops, maintenance professionals, and welders all count on metal supermarkets for over 8,000 metal products, shapes, and grades. If it's metal, they've got it or can get it for you. Cut to any size and ready fast. Visit the family-owned franchise on North Wilson Road or Columbus at metalsupermarkets.com.
Columbus, the Blue Jackets schedule is out. And you can lock in your seats with ticket plans starting at just 11 games. Don't miss a moment of the action. Visit BlueJackets.com. Delaware County Veterans Services, here for those who served. Located on the ground floor of the historic courthouse in downtown Delaware, our team of veteran county veteran service officers is ready to help you access VA benefits, emergency financial assistance, dental and medical grants, transportation, and more. Need a ride to a VA appointment, facing a financial emergency? Are you or your spouse simply looking for answers? Then give Delaware County Veterans Services a call. 740-833-2010 to schedule an appointment. Delaware County Veterans Services.
Morning Juice is now live on YouTube. Join Bobby Carpenter and Jeff Thidoff weekday mornings from 6 to 8.
Just search 971 The Fan to catch the live experience or watch on demand.
The Fan.
Hey, Ohio, don't wait. The Ohio State Fair is here now through Sunday, August 3rd. Experience fair favorites like the Butter Cow, livestock animals, shopping, delicious food, exciting entertainment, thrilling rides, competitions, and so much more. Make memories that will last a lifetime at the Ohio State Fair through August 3rd. Get your tickets at ohiostatefair.com.
And now, Public Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wensing.
Ohio's educators are dedicated to their students, but we can't do it alone. We need strong partnerships with parents and guardians, and we need support from our leaders to ensure our schools have the resources they need to provide a world-class education for every child. No exceptions. When we work together, our students win.
Public Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Another hot and muggy day ahead. Afternoon highs will be in the low 90s with plenty of sunshine. And then for tonight, mostly clear skies overnight with lows down into the 70s. Lots of relief on Thursday as we do see chances of showers and thunderstorms the first half of the day, clearing up by later in the afternoon. Much more comfortable in the low 80s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman and Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Rothman and Ice present In or Out.
Just a little of the old in and out.
Indeed. All right. Prime time. What have you got cooked up over there?
If I were to tell you guys Jeremiah Smith would walk into an NFL locker room and immediately be the number one guy for all but 5 teams in the league, are you in or out with that?
All but 5.
So,
not in Cincinnati.
And not Minnesota.
Not Minnesota. Probably not in Dallas. Probably... I'm going to be out on that. I think it's just... physically for sure. Mentally, I'm not so sure right now today. 5 is a little bit, because I'm trying to think, would he be instantly number 1 over
Philly? He walks in there, is he the number 1 over A.J.
Brown? That's a tough call.
What about Detroit?
Amon-Ra?
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, yeah. He walks in there, he's the guy. The number 1, no doubt, possession receiver. Yeah.
Is he number 1 over a guy I really, really like who's also very physical and catches a lot? Would he be number 1 in the Rams?
Yeah.
Over Puka?
Mm-hmm.
That's saying a lot.
What about Arizona with Marv?
The way Marv has started, I think you could make a case he could steal that job from him. Neighbors?
Ooh.
The Giants? Is he number 1 over him?
I think so.
Malik Neighbors is cut from a different cloth.
That one could be.
Okay, so we've decided there's only really 3 then. Because we took Cincinnati, Minnesota off the table.
In Dallas, I'm with you.
And Dallas.
I'm
So now we've got to find 2 that he wouldn't be number 1.
Tampa, with old Mike Evans still cooking down there, Mr. 1,000 a season.
What'd you say on Philly?
A.J. Brown.
A.J. Brown. I didn't think so.
Probably
right now,
not.
Is he number 1 in Miami?
No.
Yeah.
Tyreek.
Yeah, he's not yet.
Is he number 1 in Pittsburgh?
With DK.
That's a bad comparison. I mean, bad isn't bad for him because you're talking about a guy who's really fast, really physical, catches a lot of 50-50.
I think Jeremiah's...
He's going to be the guy. You're just saying if he walked in right now, today, goes to Steeler camp, he's number 1?
Ooh-wee. I think that fluctuates on any given day. I do. What's crazy is
he's
that
number 1 in yours.
We could even have. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, no doubt. The fact that we're even having this conversation.
The question is, how many can we get to? Because I think you and I are both over 5.
Well, let's stamp them in then. Minnesota, Cincinnati, Dallas.
No.
Your Phillies.
I'm out on Philly and the Rams.
Okay. Tampa.
I can be talked into Detroit.
Yeah.
Tampa, I'm probably in on. Miami, I'm not. I don't think he's number 1 in Miami today.
There's more than 5. But that's absurd to talk about. We're talking about a true sophomore.
I'll give you a better one.
Yeah.
Better comparison. Well, not player to player, but player to player.
Player from the Himalayas.
Does he walk into Jets camp and beat out Garrett Wilson? I'd say no.
Can you play the James clip for me?
Which one do you want? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
that's how I'm feeling about that.
Yeah.
G-Dub or Jeremiah?
Because remember,
right
we're also with the Rams. You're also adding DeMonte, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's a tough locker room to walk into and say, "All right, I'm the man."
His game might say that for him.
Yeah.
There may be no choice for those guys to bend the knee.
Walks into Browns camp.
100%.
He's the man.
Green Bay as well.
Walks into GB. Chicago?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah. I think so, too.
DJ Moore's there.
Yeah. Which is crazy. Like
Seattle?
Yeah, I think so.
Cooper Kupp and JSN?
No. That's close.
He's built for it. That's the crazy part.
Walks into Washington.
What do you think?
Terry's I just think that's... Huh?
Terry's a dog.
That's what I'm saying. I just don't think... I think 5 was... What about Houston? He's not number 1 over Nico right now.
He would.
Right now over Nico Collins?
Yeah, for me.
Okay.
Yeah. For me, yeah.
All right. Get him in the league, boys.
The sad part is he's got to win 2 more college football seasons to get to the league. But yeah, I mean, you had a guy in Todd McShay come out this past offseason and say if he could come out in the draft right now, he'd be the number 1 player on his board. Yeah. That's after a true freshman season.
Somehow he'll somehow I'll be going to the Chiefs somehow.
No, we can't have that. Can't have that. I got to have Roger Goodell step in the way David Stern stepped in and vetoed the Chris Paul to the Lakers trade or whatever that was. Like, we need that.
Chiefs would never be that bad anyway.
No, he'll do the David Stern where he gets Patrick Ewing to New York.
There we go. Yes.
The frozen envelope?
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Next up, it's National Cheesecake Day. Are you in or out on cheesecake?
Boy, I used to not be. I don't know why. It just wouldn't be my go-to dessert.
Yeah.
And then they did a miraculous thing. Now, are you including all flavors of cheesecake or just original regular cheesecake?
Yeah, just all flavors. And like pick one that if you are in on it, like what you would choose.
Well, Maddie's a VIP over there at Cheesecake Factory.
Listen, that Cheesecake Factory menu is special.
You
hear me?
He walks in
Special.
and they got a plaque in a booth for him there.
Ooh-wee. Some people think the menu is overwhelming. I look at it the other way.
Now, if you're offering me nice big hot fudge sundae compared to a piece of cheesecake, I'm not taking cheesecake.
I'm with you.
I'm not. I
don't know if it's in my top 5 power rankings for desserts, AR. I don't think it is. Cheesecake's just, it's all right for me. I'm not seeking it out ever.
A restaurant dessert? I'm not talking about just like homemade chocolate chip cookies. I'm not doing that. Like you walk into what could be offered on a menu.
Yeah. I'm not picking cheesecake.
To like
chocolate cake.
I'm taking it over chocolate cake.
Really?
I think I am.
Okay.
And then, but I'm not taking it over like apple pie a la mode.
Nope.
I will take that.
What about like a red velvet?
No.
Some of that red velvet.
I'd probably take the cheesecake over the red velvet.
Carrot cake.
A good carrot cake is surprisingly up in the rankings.
I agree.
Very underrated, I think. And they make a good one.
Red velvet cake does it for me. But also, the red velvet cake cupcakes, I think, a little bit more punch in those than the cake itself. Yeah, cheesecake, rhyme time, I'm not big on it.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm with you, Maddie.
All right.
There's
it's
good.
The good ones are good.
Rhyme time.
There's other options I'll go with.
It's the crust.
You are the crust cap. You're the crust guy.
It's got to have that great
You're the
crust, man.
captain over here, man.
I really am. That's what brings it. I like to look up like the most popular desserts all time, but the restaurant part is the difference because they're not going to have. Boy, I'm looking at some of them now. Hot fudge sundae for me is way up there.
You need whipped cream on that thing?
Oh yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
I'm not a whipped cream guy, but I am in on hot fudge sundae.
Ryan, what's your number one?
I'm probably with you there on a hot fudge sundae being up top.
Mm-hmm. Throw a little brownie in that thing, a little chocolate chip cookie
do that
in that
too.
joint.
You know how I like the hard chocolate. The one that kind of
crack that thing.
Yeah, the shell.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a win.
A banana split is very good too.
There's a lot going on in a banana split.
I know, but it's a good mixture of healthy and then soft serve.
Never thought of
it. It's like me when I was a kid. Like, Mom, I'm eating
give me the banana split.
Exactly.
I want to eat healthy.
When I was a kid, like, Mom, I'm eating my broccoli, but I'm just going to smother it in cheese, you know? Still getting my veggies in. Fellas, if you've been feeling tired or sluggish and not like yourself, that can change.
Hot fudge sundaes.
That can change if you go over to the Columbus Men's Clinic because they will have you feeling really, really good with no guesswork. There's no gimmicks. It's just real science, fellas, and effective treatments following that real science. They have personalized treatment plans for you. They have really good things over there as far as taking care of your mental health, taking care of your physical health, and the team over there will have you headed in the right direction. It's affordable. It's accessible. Consultation, including blood work, is just $99 with results before you leave. I went over there a few months ago, got all this stuff looked at, and walked out of there feeling better than ever. So act now. You only get one life. Procrastination, fellas, will only make all of this stuff worse. Call 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com.
All right, we come back in 2 minutes with our guy, Bobby Carpenter. We'll talk about the Trey Hendrickson hold-in. And Maddie and I had a little percentage bet going on Bobby's field trip. We'll tell you next. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
Surprise! Your expenses this month were way higher than you expected. Also, you forgot to renew your website domain, and now you're in a bidding war.
You should see the look on your face.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Plus, the fridge died in the break room, and now everything smells weird.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
Cash, moolah, greenbacks, toast, Skrilla, chips, bread and mold, cheddar, butter, loot and scratch. Find the lettuce, make a match. Lettuce, gravy, game on the back for $30. That's a wrap. There's many words for cash, no doubt, but there's only one $30 cash word. Check it out. Cash word from Ohio Lottery. It's $30, yo. Cash word, it's fun to go with millions of prizes, don't you know? Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and admission regulations. Play responsibly.
It's child's play to donate your car, truck, RV, or boat to Ronald McDonald House Charities of Central Ohio. They'll pick it up free of charge, steer you through the paperwork, and a hefty tax deduction rolls your way as you help provide a home away from home for families of seriously ill, hospitalized children. For more information about donating your vehicle to Ronald McDonald House Charities, visit rmhc-centralohio.org or call 614-CARS-HELP. That's 614-CARS-HELP.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Truth of the matter is, you're listening to Rothman and Ice on 97.1 The Fan.
All right, that time of the week, connect with our good friend, Robert Carpenter. Did you attend a Reds game last night?
That was the first baseball game I've been to in the state of Ohio, Rothman, in over 18 years. I don't know if it's been a full 20. About 10 to 12 years ago, I went to a Cubs game in Wrigley and a Cards game at Busch. But that, I think, was the fourth professional baseball game, Major League Baseball game I've ever been to.
All right, so the bet that's on the table is we both think, I asked Matt, I go, percentage chance, well, there are two bets. A, Stain for all 9 innings, that's one. And we both said no, I believe. Yeah. But the percentage was, I said you're 90% you saw that game in a suite, and I have no idea. Maddie put it at 70. Were you in Gen Pop or were you in a suite?
Oh, Coach, we were out there sweating away with all the folks.
Wow.
Yeah, there was no suite action.
What an upset.
Thankfully. Yeah, well, you know.
Were you wearing a tank top?
No, I don't have any baseball gear. I own zero professional or Major League Baseball apparel. I do have a Clippers shirt, I believe. So I wore an Ohio State baseball shirt. I got the sweet polo that they gave me, the Jordan brand. It's awesome. It's the best Ohio State polo I have, and all the football guys are jealous about it because it came from the baseball team. I wanted to wear something red there, support the Reds. We're out in Gen Pop. We're partners with the Reds, so Fish came through, got us some seats. We were going to buy them. He's like, let's see what we can do. And they're really good, like about 16, 17 rows up, a little bit outside of the infield, right on the first base line, which was key because that part is in the shade at 7 o'clock. So that helped significantly. We did not stay for the whole game. I would have. My two friends who were with me really wanted to get to the casino, and one of them was furious because we didn't have time to get there before. He wanted to put like $1,000 on Lodolo fanning the first 3 Dodgers because it paid like, I don't know, some crazy number. And then he fanned the first 3 Dodgers, and he was furious that he didn't get a chance to put that much money down on. I mean, dude, they have like the best top 3 you're going to find. And by the way,
I mean, wait a minute. I did not know this. So Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani, and was it Will Smith? Who was Will Smith?
Yeah.
They all struck out?
He fanned all three in a row. He fanned Ohtani 3 times.
And what would that have paid?
Oh, it was something ridiculous. He won. Well, you know also why? Because he ended up getting a parlay that he was able to do online, but he was going to parlay the Dodgers winning under 9.5 and that together and put like $1,000.
And they all hit, right? They all hit.
Well, yeah, because the Dodgers won it in the 9th.
Yes, he was at the casino like screaming as the Dodgers scored.
Wait a minute,
and then
let
they
me
didn't
think about
score
this.
Again.
Under 9.5 runs, it ended at 9.
Oh, dude,
Dodgers
it was like
winning.
It was over
and striking out all the first three batters. Like no one could even walk.
Strike them
anything.
Yes.
Or no one could make it out. Nope. You had to strike them out.
That's what I said.
Okay, and he was going to put 1,000 and he was going to put 1,000 on it?
Yeah, my friend is crazy.
Okay, that would have paid I don't even have a number for you. It would have to be in the
I was going
to say over $500,000, I bet.
Yeah, it probably would have been something like that. He was furious.
I wouldn't.
He also he's the friend. These are the 2 friends that they also took Fairleigh Dickinson over Purdue, and they put like $10,000 on it, and they got so mad because I talked them to at least splitting half of it to putting it on the money line. Putting it on the hedge. I go, why don't you take half on the money line,
half with points,
and half on the points? That way you'll at least win something. And then they were just talking trash to me because I cost them even more money.
And that game was here. That game they probably were at the game.
No, they were not.
Wasn't that it? That was in Columbus, right?
It was in Columbus, but we were in Vegas during that during that time. So, or no, we were in the Bahamas with spring break, so we were down there at Baha Mar. Yeah, my buddies are big gamblers, but he did win like $10,000 playing baccarat last night, so he came out okay.
You have quite an influence over these. I mean, they're saying. I mean, when you're talking them out of everything, and they're taking your advice.
Well, they took my advice. I didn't talk them out of the thing last night. We just couldn't get to the casino in time to be able to make the bet before the game because I was like, I'm like, well, dude, we can miss a little bit, but to get down there and do all this, we're going to eat there.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, there's this McCormick and Schmitz right here. Let's just eat here, and we can walk on in. Like, yeah, that'll work out. But he was after he fanned the first 3. When he fanned the first, he wanted me to bet him $1,000 right there. He's like, I bet you $1,000 he strikes him out here. I'm like, I'm not betting you that money. Like, you're crazy.
Oh, my goodness. Bobby, I wanted to ask you this, just switching gears real quick to some football stuff. As you know, like, social media gets crazy this time of year with all the training camp clips that are out there and all the training camp stats. For, like, just casual football fans, when we see these things in training camp, what should they invest in as far as things that are valuable and what you see and what you should really connect to what we could see in the regular season?
It's interesting, Matty, because it's tough to know, like, there's situations that coaches will run, and some of them are going to be more biased to the offense, some are going to be more biased to the defense, and, like, they might restrict coverages and things, or maybe it's an all blitz period. So, like, oh, look at the quarterback carving up the secondary. It's like, well, dude, he knows they're all going to be blitzes. And so it's just a matter of finding the guy and finding who's going to be open. And by the way, they're also not allowed to get hit. So that substantially impacts it. So it's really hard without knowing the situation of what it is. But I will say this, like if you get a chance to ever see, the inside, like the run periods and watching guys run, and you can see point of attack movement or guys blowing up stuff in the line, like that's real. And that's a big piece of it. So if you ever see like those clips where like this guy's just unblockable inside, and it's tough because they're not taking running backs to the ground, they're not able to tackle quarterbacks, or you see an offensive lineman like our guy Simmons doing some good work, and you see defensive linemen trying to fight him after the play. Defensive linemen usually only fight after the play after they've gotten their butt beat because their coach is going to yell at them for being soft. So like they have to at least like kind of push back afterwards. So those are some of the things that may be easier than saying, hey, look at this receiver, he's killing it. Well, yeah, he's killing it because it's man-to-man coverage and they're sending an all-out blitz. The quarterback knows it's all-out blitz period, and the guy's got no help. So, yeah, he beat a guy, but also quarterback's not getting hit. He's going to get a good ball to him, and and the receiver knows that it's all-out blitz too, so he knows he's got to win quick, and he's going to get tight coverage. So, like, all of those things kind of work together. But the line play is usually something that holds true.
Hey, after Trey Hendrickson kind of officially ended his holdout, he spoke to reporters, and he kind of summed it up as things were exactly the same and all that. But my question to you is this. if they do get this done, how much will missing this time matter? How much do you think we'll look back and think that this impacted anything?
Well, it'll impact. They'll say that if the defense doesn't play well and he's not playing well, which he's a pro. He's been doing this for a long time. You know, the fact that how stubborn they are on this is crazy. And like, if he doesn't, I mean, I'm not saying they give him a 4-year fully guaranteed deal, you know, for $120 million. But like, dude, you got to take care of your guy who's taken care of you the last couple of years, and you need him. If you want to be a championship team, you need him to be. Their defense has to stop somebody. Like, they've got to get stops. And he's a guy at a premium position that when you're playing Josh Allen, when you're playing Pat Mahomes, when you're playing Lamar Jackson, that late in the game, it might be 35-28 shootout in the fourth quarter, and he might be the guy that, you know, he might not be stopping them from scoring, but he gets that strip sack or he gets a big sack on third down. And now it's 4th and 14, and like, you can't go for it. So that, like, he has that impact on it. So I'm hoping that there is none of this, and they get something done that values him as the player that he's been and the player that he will be for the next couple of years.
Bobby, I know you and Tito and the gang will be out at Buckeye Fall Camp practices over the next 2 days. Just give us a little preview of that and what you're excited to see out there on the field.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I have my football hat on. I know you guys call me Baseball Bob because of my love and passion for the game. But heading out, going to see this, excited. We're going to have Ryan Day on. I think Matt Patricia, Ross Bjork. Like, it's going to be a real fun time getting all the guys out here. I'm actually pulling into the Woody right now. It's crazy because the parking lot, I was getting the A1 spot for the last 3 days, and then today everybody's in, as they'll be in there tomorrow. And I'm excited, man. Like, Shake and I on our YouTube show have been breaking down the different positions of what we think will happen, the different battles. And, you know, there's some interesting, you know, there's a lot of great players, obviously, but there's still some stuff that's going to be up in the air outside of the quarterback position. And that's going to be a lot of fun to watch, like the running backs emerge, how Carlos Loughlin utilizes them together, you know, what the tight end rotation looks like, you know, how does that right tackle, you know, I think they've got Austin Servo there, but, you know, what if someone else moves around? Like, he's going to be a starter if Philip Daniels plays really well. Could they slide him inside? If Teger's playing great, do they keep him out there? There's just a lot of uncertainty there and unknowns. And then also a guy that I'm keeping a big eye on is Will Smith Jr., because for them to have reached their potential as a team this year, I think Will's got to play well. And he's got all the ability. He's been healthy. He's had a good offseason. He was one of the dudes of the week for training last week. So he's got it all right in front of him, man. And for a guy who playing with his father, very excited for the possibility of him going out there and making a big difference.
Yeah, I get it, man. I get it big time. All right, well done. I heard you and Fidoff were talking about Happy Gilmore 2 the other day, and I also heard that he's never walked out of a theater ever, which means to you and me that he's Burt Reynolds' dream, because that was the goal, to always keep you in the theater.
Fidoff also has the most narrow catalog of movies that he's ever seen. So, like, you think that Maddie hadn't seen a lot of movies? I mean, he hasn't seen Last of the Mohicans. He hasn't seen Gladiator. He hasn't, like, I pull all these different Interstellar. Like, it's like none of these movies existed. Like, what have you been doing? You know what Fidoff does? God bless him. He goes watches games from my dad's era on YouTube during the day. Like, that's what he watches, and reads old season preview 1986 for the NFL. Like, what are you garnering from that? Like, that's 40-year-old information.
But you do understand what I'm saying. Like, in Boogie Nights, like, Burt Reynolds' dream was to keep you in the theater, and Fidoff said he's never walked out of a theater ever. So he was the guy that Burt was talking about.
Well, if he's the guy, especially that for those movies that he's never walking out of, well, then that means that you're doing a good one. Because, Rothman, for years you've always told me you're the biggest freaking star here.
That's right. This is the film I want them to remember me by. All right. Mm-hmm. Good to have you on, as always.
Rothman, when you look in the mirror before you go on at noon, and you go in that little bathroom,
big shining star.
Yourself, I'm the biggest freaking star in here.
We do the show now. We're doing it now. I want to do the show now. We'll do it at noon, Anthony. Just wait just cool off. Nope, we're doing it now. I'm not going to let you do a radio show in the state you're in. What, the state of Ohio? Like, I'm doing it now. All right, but man, I'm glad you had a great night. And despite losing the chance for your boy on winning all that cash.
Don't worry. He did buy $300 worth of 50-50 tickets, and he told me that I get a cut of it if he wins.
Okay. All right, we got to meet this guy because I want to get in on this action, this sweet action. Got to let it ride.
Anybody can get in on that.
That's right. Thanks, buddy. See ya.
Have a good one, boys.
See you, man.
And that's today's Health Minute with Bobby Carpenter. Anthony, we were doing the show one day. I think you were producing. I said, what was it? Oh yeah, Anthony got a new prescription of Vicodin, and anybody can get in on that. And that's today's Health Minute. We come back with a Buckeye Bulletin. The watch list, Matty. You love them.
Let's go,
More
baby.
guys on them. We'll list them out next. Rothman and Ice in the Fan.
Tweet from a listener. Are you carrying the Buckeye game today? Considering we've never not carried one, yes. The answer is yes. The Fan.
I'm an old school Joe. I never lay juice I don't want to lay. I don't hate my money like that. I'd rather lay minus 108 than minus 110, wouldn't you? Prime Sports is Ohio's full-time reduced juice sports book. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Get a welcome bonus to match your initial deposit up to $400 in bonus bets. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 and present in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The sun is out and the savings are on at Coughlin Kia, Central Ohio's largest volume Kia dealer. Take up to $7,000 off MSRP on any new Kia EV in stock, or get up to $3,000 off MSRP plus 0% financing for 60 months. Visit CoughlinKia.com.
Largest Kia dealer based on current ground stock at all 4 Coughlin Kia locations. 0% for 60 months equals $1,667 per 1,000 finance. All manufacturer incentives to dealer. Prior sales excluded. Dealer financing required. Residency restrictions may apply. See dealer for details. And 7/31/25.
Don't sweat it. Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix your air conditioner fast. 1-800-COOLING.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
You can save big on 6 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties or buy 2, get 2 free with your card. Limit 8. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Irish Adventure awaits at the Dublin Irish Festival August 1st through 3rd in Dublin, Ohio. Voted 2025 USA Today Best Cultural Festival in the nation. This year promises 3 incredible days of Irish music, dance, food, and fun. Enjoy unique Irish experiences as you explore one of the top festivals in the U.S., drawing over 90,000 guests to Dublin, Ohio each year. Get your tickets at dublinirishfestival.org.
When it comes to your roofing, siding, or gutter needs, call Newman Roofing, 614-NEW-ROOF, newmanroofing.com.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use law enforcement siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention, like telling you if you get a speeding ticket, it doesn't end there. You have to pay expensive fines. You can't go to your friend's wedding because that also costs money. And your insurance rates could increase. See, we didn't have to use law enforcement sirens after all. Getting a speeding ticket has consequences. Sooner or later, speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
Bishop and Friends.
The Playboy party school list, Boulder was always up there. You know, it was up there with Madison and with Athens, I should say.
Reading the articles.
Well, that's what you're there for, right?
Bishop and Friends, sponsored by Diamond Seller.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan.
John, what are you doing? Get in my car. So why are you walking to work?
Thanks, man. It's these insanely high gas prices. They're draining my bank account. I can't afford to drive anymore.
Dude, don't walk. Just do what I do because I never pay full price for gas anymore. I use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Oh, wait. You're telling me you get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code RICH for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code RICH. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code RICH for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code RICH.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Right Way Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Rothman and Ice present Buckeye Bulletin.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Don't go through another air conditioner breakdown. For fast, friendly service, call the experts at Logan Services now for a free estimate and next day air installation.
All right, Buckeye Bulletin time, and preseason honors continue to arrive and roll in for Ohio State. 4 more players being named to the watch lists.
Yes, sir. For the watch, like Jon Snow.
For the watch.
And those boys up there protecting the wall.
Caleb Downs, Davison Igbinosun, on the Thorpe Award watch list. Get Sonny Styles, Arvell Reese, who I've talked about a lot in the offseason, named to the Butkus Award watch list.
Yeah, been a lot of hype out of the building for him, right? And where he can go with these opportunities that are now going to come his way, playing next to Sonny. I mean, there's been pictures tweeted out with him standing next to Coach Day and some other guys, and he just, he looks different, man. When you get guys that come through this type of program and they stand out physically more so than the others, it always obviously doesn't equate to them being good players. But, yeah, the energy around Arvell Reese is that this guy's ready to step up and really
break out,
provide some good things, on defense. Yep.
All right, so he's on the list.
Okay.
Now, Downs, Caleb Downs has been named to the first team of every preseason All-American team, and then a few watch lists. IGB started a lot of games. Mm-hmm. In fact, every one I think he's eligible for. He has started here at Ohio State. And really the negative part was getting a little handsy.
Just clean up the penalties. If he can do that, the coverage skills are there.
You
right?
said, kind of like you, just don't get so handsy.
Did I say that?
Kidding.
Okay. But no, AR, you're so
on the
right
weekend
to bring that up because that was an issue, right? I mean, you can have an offensive coordinator and a quarterback have confidence to throw your way because there's a chance that, that yellow flag's going to hit the turf. It's not where you want to be, but he has the experience now, and I'm sure all the defensive coaches have been driving that point home to him this offseason that you get that right, you could be one of the best DBs in the conference.
You talked about, Rhyme Time, plays in Buckeye lore yesterday when you asked us. One of the biggest momentum-changing plays of last year was his interception at Penn State.
Oh, no
It
doubt.
changed
absolutely
everything.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't think he was in bounds. You didn't think he had possession. There's no way. I mean, it was the weirdest pick you've ever seen because it was basically in the Penn State receiver's hands, hit his fingers, and the ball bounced right back to IGB. But the most important part was that he was able to cradle it and hold it and not juggle it and still get his foot down.
Yeah.
And it was one of the great plays, and it ended the half. It changed all the momentum, everything on the road. And so he does own probably one of the signature highlights of last season.
Yeah, that was elite stuff from him right there. And baked into that game, too, is just obviously the goal line stand for the defense was great late in the game. But before we even got to that, remember when Will had he fumbled it, remember? Like off his knee or something out of the end zone.
It was a thigh master.
It's just like, how did
thigh
that
mastered that thing right out of bounds?
Right, yeah.
I remember Ryan Day talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Secure the football. We gotta secure that football. So anyway, all the lists are out there. So Caleb's on everything. Here's another. I mentioned Edric Houston yesterday for the Outland Trophy watch list, interior lineman. That's a good one. IGB on the Thorpe. Max Clare, preseason All-American in the Pick 6 preview. Second-team All-American in Phil Steele. Fourth-team preseason in Athlon. So he's one of those that he's got the possibility of breaking out. Yeah. Arvell Reese mentioned on the Butkus. Jeremiah Smith everywhere. Sonny Styles, second-team preseason All-American. Carnell Tate, second-team preseason All-American. Mm-hmm. And Tegra Shabola, third-team preseason All-American. And he's on the Outland watch.
Going back to Max Clare, he's a guy I'm excited about this year. Don't know if the numbers will be crazy, right? Sexy on paper when you have Jeremiah and Carnell that are going to be eating a lot when the ball goes up in the air. And Brandon Ennis, I think, will pop off as well this year. But that threat that Max can create down the middle of the field, I think is going to stress defenses out because with coverages, I think shifting to Jeremiah a lot, and we all understand why. You better have, a few sets of eyeballs on him, Max may stumble into some advantageous coverage situations. And so with what he did at Purdue last year and what I think he can do this year, won't be surprised if we're talking about some good Max Clare moments throughout the year because he's got the goods to me to get it done.
So in the spring game, if you recall, Julian Sayin hit Max Clare down the seam for a touchdown. It was blown coverage. Mm-hmm. Nobody went with him. But it was a really, how should I say, kind of a prophetic thing. Like you thought, okay, we're probably going to see this again.
Something there.
This wasn't just a spring game one-hit wonder.
Right.
So I'm with you on that.
And you know what else you may see is what you mentioned, too, early on in the year, is the defense.
Blown coverage.
Right. Like, honestly, when you got a whole bunch of new guys playing, new defensive coordinator, that's not going to surprise me if we're talking in those first couple of weeks. Man, like, hey, just guys were out of line here. They didn't really look like they know what they were doing. That happens. And so you just hope that those things won't cost you games. But that's just part of the process. But I think going back to Max Clare, that can be a big body guy down in the red zone that can make a quarterback comfortable with what he can do. And so you go through your progressions, and Jeremiah's not open, Carnell's not open. I think whether it's Lincoln or Julian, Max Clare could be a guy that they rely on.
Mentioned to you the other day, I mean, you got to take some of Emeka's 80-plus catches and divvy him up a little bit.
Right.
I know they won't all exist based on the quarterback that's changing, but they got to go somewhere. Mm-hmm. All right, that is today's Buckeye Bulletin. We come back, top of the hour, deep dive. We'll get into the Big Ten and the coaches who might be feeling some heat. Rothman and Ice in the Fan.
Here's a quick 10-second reminder that the Buckeyes have won the Natty. Also, we air all the games, and we always will. Thank you. Your home of the Buckeyes, the Fan.
Men, the summer is here. Longer days, warmer nights, and romance in the air. Intimate dinners, walks on the beach, dancing in the moonlight. But if you have erectile dysfunction, you know it can ruin romance, both for you and the one you love. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And if you have ED, don't let another summer go by without getting treated. Because intimacy is one of the greatest things in life. And fear of not being able to perform should not be something you have to deal with. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're ED experts. We've successfully treated tens of thousands of men. Our protocols work when others don't, and we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases. You could even last up to an hour or more and perform like you haven't in years. So call us. Your initial appointment is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
Delaware County Veterans Services is ready to help you access VA benefits, emergency financial assistance, dental and medical grants, transportation, and more. Give Delaware County Veterans Services a call, 740-833-2010 to schedule an appointment.
It's the summer event at Germain Honda of Dublin, and Rich has unbeatable offers. Lease a sleek 2025 Honda Accord LX for as low as $329 a month, or finance it with 3.99% APR. Or upgrade to Adventure with the 25 Honda Pilot Sport all-wheel drive. Leases starting at $429 per month or 4.49% APR. Drive into summer with style, comfort, and confidence. Visit Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road, just south of 270. See dealer for details.
Skyline is introducing a new chicken chili. Come get that world-famous Skyline flavor you love with a new protein option. Try the new Skyline chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. At Columbus Skyline locations only while supplies last.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. When was the last time you hopped out of bed without that knee or back screaming at you? Or walked down a flight of stairs without groaning step by step? Hey, that was me. And I had to deal with that from all the years of playing football. But I went and saw my friends over at QC Kinetics, and it disappeared. I didn't have to tough it out anymore. Call over QC Kinetics with Dr. Wolkoff and get your free consultation. It's regenerative medicine, folks. There are thousands of patients who will tell you that they wish they would have done it sooner, just like I did. I'm glad I did, and my experience was tremendous. You go in, you have a consult, they lay out the plan, they talk about it. It's no pills, it's no scalpels. It's just your own body's biologics treating you and helping heal you. So find out if you're a good candidate. Go to QCkinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices all around Central Ohio, so be sure to go and check them out.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening.
You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
Common Man here. I want to tell you about my guy, Bob Capace, owner-operator of Worthington Jewelers for the past 25 years. If your only experience is going to the mall for jewelry, Bob and his team will blow you away. Service, quality, and a great price. The store is busy all the time because people keep coming back. True story. My 8-year-old daughter says to me, "When can we go see Mr. Capace again? He's nice." Yes, he's nice. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington, worthingtonjewelers.com.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters' experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Ryan Baker. The Cleveland Guardians wrapping up their series with the Colorado Rockies this evening up at Progressive Field. Colby Allard gets the start for the Guards opposite Kyle Freeland. First pitch is at 6:40. The Cincinnati Reds looking to avoid getting swept for the first time this season as they take on the Los Angeles Dodgers at 7:10. Nick Martinez versus Shohei Ohtani, the pitching matchup in that one. Coverage on ESPN Columbus gets underway at 6:40. The Columbus Clippers still down in Jacksonville, continuing their series with the Jumbo Shrimp at 7:05. The Cleveland Browns have placed cornerback Martin Emerson on IR. This comes after Emerson tore his Achilles yesterday. They also waived wide receiver Michael Woods. Defensive end Trey Hendrickson ended his holdout and showed up to Cincinnati Bengals camp this morning. This one's sponsored by RCD RV Supercenter in Heath, Delaware, Pataskala, and always online at rcdrv.com.
Most shows just skim the surface, but Rothman and I feel like the biggest story of the day deserves a closer look. It's time for a deeper dive.
Sponsored by Low T Center. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
All right, final hour of the program, Rothman and Ice. Ian Hartitz coming up 2:30. Talk a lot of NFL with him. Hall of Fame game, preseason coming up Thursday in Canton. Before we get to the potential Big Ten coaches on the hot seat this year, you mentioned to me that, and we'll get to Trey Hendrickson too this half hour because he did speak at camp in his hold-in. Caitlin Clark is still out with a groin injury, dealing with what's going on there.
Yeah, it's exactly that, man. She's been out, I think maybe for a week or two now with a groin injury. Her season has been stop and go just due to a lot of the injuries, but she's catching some heat.
Tell me why.
On social media, because there's a video going around of her firing off a soccer ball like she's messy, and people are saying, well, wait a minute, CC. You got a groin injury. I don't need you out here kicking soccer balls all over the place. Let's get healthy and get you back out here on the court with Kelsey Mitchell in the gang. So it's not a great look for her. Me personally, doesn't bother me too much, but I'm also not an Indiana Favor fan. And if one of my team's star players was supposedly hurt and doing stuff like that, I'd probably be a little salty about it.
Okay, so two things. One, you're right. Kicking a playful soccer ball is not the same as playing 30 minutes in a WNBA game. Okay, we can all agree that there are two different things. In this world, and being as popular as she is, if she did this outside in public, not wise if your fans are like, wait a minute, you're too injured to play. You shouldn't be doing anything that would potentially, unless it's, I guess, on the other side.
It's also
and then your kicking side, maybe, but still.
When you have a groin injury, I think it's one thing if she was just playing catch at, let's say, Colts camp with Anthony Richardson and just standing there back and forth. But when you lose, you're using your lower half where you're hurt. It's tough. It's a tough look. Tough sell for her.
Here's the other thing. If she truly was not as injured as she claims she is, what would be the reason for that?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to view this one.
It's the world that we live in where people are probably going to overreact a little too much to it one way.
Yeah.
But on her side of things, she has to know who she is and how this could blow up because of us being in 2025. And
Tell you what this is.
Yeah.
I'm just going to, I'll dumb it down for me. Anybody listening, you're in a regular job and you call in sick. Like, let's say one of you and I, we call in sick today. Mm-hmm. One of the three of us. And later in the day or 2 hours later, now you're sick. You called in sick. You're not feeling well.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody says you have to go to a doctor. I'm just saying you're not feeling well.
Yeah.
Can't do the show. And then you're at home, and then we're doing the show, and I see you tweeting a lot about stuff. No big deal. Doesn't take much to tweet.
Yeah.
But you're kind of like, he's engaged, probably watching TV. He's tweeting about a game or something like, too sick to work, but he's home tweeting. It would have the same feel to me as, it's not a big deal. You can talk on the phone. You don't have to be on your deathbed to not have to come into work. But it's the optics of you're supposed to be resting. It'd be like if you were, you didn't work today, but somebody saw you out to dinner tonight. Oh, you're feeling better. But it just has bad optics.
If I called in and said, man, I'm not feeling good. I can't go today, AR. And then you're in here with, whoever's filling in for me. And there's a Reds game on, like a day baseball game.
No.
And then you see me just in the crowd drinking beers like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's Ferris Bueller. Like, hey, bada, swing, bada. He can it. Yes, we catch you first of all, catching you at a Reds game would be shocking enough. The fact that Bobby got to a Reds game before you is a bigger.
I went this year.
Oh, that's right. You did go back. I'm sorry.
That was just a couple years ago when old Castellini was talking a little too spicy for me, saying where else are we going? Are they going to go? Well, I'll tell you where I'm not coming. GABP.
Not this year. Earn me back. But that's what it is. It's when you're not well enough to really do the job that you have to do, but you're just well enough to handle some other daily things. Mm-hmm. You don't have to lie in bed all day. But it just, like if I called in sick, I'm not tweeting.
You're off the grid.
You got it. Sit a few plays out.
I don't know if people would, because you're a very responsible professional guy.
But it's not a big deal. I'm just saying the optics of it would be like, well, he must be feeling all right. He's online. He's checking things out.
Them thumbs are working. Oh, man. Well, all
right, anyway.
Yeah, but that's out there if you're interested in that. Kayla Clark's, catching some heat.
Don't kick a soccer ball now.
Right. I know.
That's all it is.
I know. Because, imagine, if she would have planted her left foot and she kicked it with her right, the groin, I don't know, got worse. What we'd be talking about. How much?
It's like a football player who's got turf toe. And he's on the sideline and he can't play, and his team scores a touchdown, and the guy that scores, he runs up and they jump up and chest bump. Don't do that.
I love
You're not well enough to play. That means you're not well enough to celebrate. Just don't be doing that.
Oh, man.
There wasn't a lot of turnover in the coaching ranks, right, in the Big Ten. You start kind of going through this stuff, and, Bielema with Illinois, and Cignetti's new with Indiana, and look what he did in his first year, and Ferentz is Ferentz. He's going to be there, I don't know, right?
Until he wants to leave, right? That's what it feels like. They're not going to fire the guy.
Loxley, Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
That's mounting.
It's also what are their expectations over there?
Sherrone Moore just started, although he's in a crock pot of his own with this, what's coming.
I think the headliner this year when it comes to the most pressure is James Franklin for me, with the off-season
pressure, but not pressure to get fired.
That's two different things. I think
seat
pressure,
to me is losing your job.
Okay, I think when I was bringing up James Franklin, AR, was just through the lens of this year and what they should accomplish. And I don't know what that is for everybody. Because when you bring up Penn State, there's people that truly believe that they are a contender this year. I don't know if people look at them and say it's national championship or bust, or is this in the minds of some people like you better win a couple playoff games?
I think their bar is set where they finished last year. First of all, he has to make the playoffs.
No doubt.
That's a given.
Yes. If
he does, then it depends his matchup, right? Because now with the expanded playoff, you never know.
I don't know.
Because look at
about
Ohio
that.
State coming back from where if you're telling me that if Penn State was in a first round matchup with Ohio State and they lost, he would take.
I just think with how much love they're getting with the roster that they have and people looking at them in a similar light as Michigan and Ohio State the last 2 years with everything that they brought back, I don't know if they're going to get, at least for me, the out of, well, you went up against this program, so, here's, it's house money. I think there's more pressure than that on them this year.
There is. I'm not denying there's pressure, but anything, if he makes the playoff, he's secure. It's just, it feeds into the narrative that he's not a big game coach, that he's a big program that gets a lot of talent, and he survives on that. And where are you when we need you in the big moment? He's that guy right now. I think he took a step in the right direction this year, but there's no way that they're going to think about moving on from him unless they miss the playoff. And even then, it feels pretty safe.
You have another mid-year for USC. Where are we at with Lincoln Riley?
No. It's not good. I don't know all of his contract situation, but that feels hot to me. If they care, that's the thing. How much do they care?
They have to be.
Luke Fickell just got an extension at Wisconsin. Timing felt a little off.
Yeah.
So what that tells me is that he's secure, but if they flop this year, and they may, it's gonna feel weird.
It will. There's no doubt. Just real quick, going back to USC.
Yeah.
An interesting window for them on their schedule will be September 27th at Illinois. Then they come back in October 11th. They host Michigan. You go to Notre Dame Saturday, October 18th, and then you go to Nebraska on November 1st. For me, those 4 games, Lincoln Riley's got to make some noise in there, because at the back end of your schedule is Oregon on the road November 22nd. So if you go through those 4 weeks and you come out of that thing with 1 win or no wins or something like that, I think there's going to be a lot of noise around Lincoln Riley and his job security in L.A.
I think he's number 1. If I had to rank the Big Ten hot seat, I would put him at number 1.
I think that's fair.
I think Loxley is right there with him.
Shiano's good out there for Rutgers. They love him. He ain't going anywhere.
Everybody else feels fairly safe at this point.
Yeah, Rule's good. He's still building.
Yeah.
They'll give him more time. PJ Fleck, what are their expectations over there? Honestly.
They show up, they win some games.
Yeah, that's it. Go to a bowl game. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, but that's
what I'm saying.
That's all you can truly expect.
That's why he's good over there.
What about our guy out in L.A., the other guy, Deshaun?
If they have a down year, I don't think they'll move on from him. I think he helped himself getting Nico. I think that's going to give him more runway.
Would he be 3 or 4? He'd be top 5 on the hot seat rankings, wouldn't he? In the Big Ten.
Yeah. How many people could name Washington's head coach right now?
Jed Fish.
I think a lot of people could.
Yeah. Well, he's only been there a year, right? Yeah.
Came from Arizona.
He's safe because he hasn't been there long enough.
Right.
All right.
Who's our boy at Northwestern again?
Braun.
Ryan Braun.
Lloyd Braun. David Braun.
David Braun.
Yeah.
Ryan Braun was.
And he's only been there a couple of years.
Ryan Braun was Brewers steroids.
And
guy,
Lloyd Braun was in Seinfeld.
Okay.
You think Rule is perfectly safe?
I do. I do.
Big year, I think.
Year 3 for him?
Yeah.
I think it'll be good.
Important year.
Yeah.
All right. We'll continue to gauge the temperature there. Trey Hendrickson showed up. What did he have to say? You'll hear it next. Rothman and Ice in the Fan.
Winners of the prestigious Platinum Microphone Award every year, given to the best radio station in the world. No need to look it up. It's real. The Fan.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and dropping just 25 pounds with the Awaken 180 can actually give you 10 extra degrees of golf swing rotation. That's about a half a club longer, 6 to 10 extra yards on every swing, but from experience, lose 75 pounds like I did, and now we're talking next level distance, consistency, and even mood, especially on the back nine. And actually, every pound you drop takes 4 pounds of pressure off your knees. So I lost 300 pounds of pressure off of mine. Take strokes off your game by taking pounds off your frame. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Get your air conditioner fixed fast. Call Care Heating and Cooling, 1-800-COOLING.
Central Ohio contractors and homeowners. Tired of overpriced, low-quality cabinets? Well, it's time to upgrade your cabinet game. 3D Cabinetry is your go-to for fast, hassle-free service and cabinets you can trust from order to install. 3D Cabinetry delivers fully assembled all-wood affordable cabinets. No delays, no stress. Just quality craftsmanship delivered on time every time. Get started with your free consultation today at 3dcabinetry.net. That's 3dcabinetry.net, where quality meets affordability and reliability.
Common Man here for Germain Lexus of Dublin and Easton. My guys at Germain are celebrating their biggest pre-owned sales event of the year. Tons of vehicles on the lot for you to choose from, and they're ready to deal. It's also the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event with rates as low as 2.99%. I was riding in my Lexus on one of our hot summer days, and I felt the crisp breeze of cold air on my cracky. Don't you want that for yourself? Of course you do. Germain Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton, GermainLexus.com.
The Columbus Zoo invites you to follow the footsteps and the tails of animals from around the world. Explore our newest region, North America Trek. So what are you waiting for? Get your tail to our trails only at your Columbus Zoo.
Here's a look at what's going on around the ballpark with your Cincinnati Reds. The Reds are back home for a homestand that will actually end in Tennessee on Saturday, August 2nd with the MLB Speedway Classic at Bristol Motor Speedway against the Atlanta Braves. The homestand opens with a weekend series with the Tampa Bay Rays, which includes Margaritaville night on Saturday. Fans in attendance can receive a Reds Hawaiian shirt thanks to PNC while supplies last, and enjoy a post-game concert from the Land Sharks as part of the Ohio Lottery post-game concert series. The world champion Los Angeles Dodgers will come to town on the 28th for 3 games, including our next 3-2-1 Tuesday. Fans can purchase $3 Bud and Bud Lights, $2 hot dogs, and $1 ice cream cups. The series with the Braves begins on Thursday the 31st, followed by a 12:40 start time on Friday, August 1st. After that game, both teams head to Bristol for Saturday's game. That's a look at what's going on around the ballpark with your Cincinnati Reds.
Join Timmy Hall for Buckeye Replay Saturday at 1. Look back at classic games in Ohio State football history.
Sponsored by Weber Grills.
This week, Ohio State and Tennessee playoff action in the shoe. The Fan.
Hey, Ohio, don't wait. The Ohio State Fair is here now through Sunday, August 3rd. Experience fair favorites like the Butter Cow, livestock animals, shopping, delicious food, exciting entertainment, thrilling rides, competitions, and so much more. Make memories that will last a lifetime at the Ohio State Fair through August 3rd. Get your tickets at ohiostatefair.com.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention, like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself or worse, others.
I'm at the scene of the collision.
And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See, we didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Another hot and muggy day ahead. Afternoon highs will be in the low 90s with plenty of sunshine. And then for tonight, mostly clear skies overnight with lows down into the 70s. Lots of relief on Thursday as we do see chances of showers and thunderstorms the first half of the day, clearing up by later in the afternoon. Much more comfortable in the low 80s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with your 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman and Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Rothman and Ice present Pre-Snap Reads.
Sponsored by Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF. Or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
All right, Maddie, a little Bet365 time.
Let's get into it, brother, because at Bet365, we don't do ordinary. Bet365 is the official sports betting partner of the Cleveland Guardians. Speaking of the Guardians, AR, there's some chatter out there that they may be leaning in the direction of trading Stephen Kwan. So something to watch out there. Jeff Passant from ESPN is throwing that out there. That seems to be pretty legitimate coming out of the land, that they may move on from their star left fielder.
Well, they're shopping him, and I never mind the shopping part. And if they're motivated to deal him, he's one of their most valuable trade options. That's, you start looking at, if we do something, what would we do? And you start asking yourself the biggest question: who's going to bring back the most?
Jose Ramirez.
Well, yes, and I tossed that out to actually J-Lou when you were gone. It's amazing you said, because I thought people thought I'd be crazy for saying it, and I didn't say it should happen. I was just saying that it wouldn't be the weirdest thing ever that he would actually go to them and say,
"Give me out.
I'd like to play for a championship."
Yeah.
And so if the Guardians are motivated to move their most valuable trade piece, he would be it. Kwan